Hello, hello, hello. How you doing? Welcome to the game. This is the Great American Experience. I'm the Wizard of Oz, and this is not my show. This show is the subject matter of those who participate. Those that participate in the chat come up on the screen, share their experience, talk about their concerns, and generally associate with like minded people. As we wait for the notifications to go out and people to show up, enjoy the fire. Hey, what's up, Bill?
How you doing?
Um, I'm doing okay.
Good.
I'm still on solar power. I redid my batteries today, serviced them all up, and found a bad one. It was bringing the system down, and removed removed them from the array, and we still got power for now. If I go dark, I'll be back in a few minutes. I'll go out and start up the generator. And so, how you doing?
Good. Hey, probably nobody's watching right now. I don't know. You got some people in the chat?
I think there's one, two, maybe.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Uh, so they know of 4,100 Russians that have come into through the porous Mexican border in the last little while. They've 4,100 that they've caught, and there's no telling how many more that have not been caught.
Oh yeah.
Russians coming over the border now.
And what's that all about? What do they? What do
No
you think
idea.
that's all about?
Beats me. I
I
just find that kind of strange, that all these Russians are coming over the freaking border.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, but
No, I just thought I'd bring up that little factoid.
mhm.
Yeah.
All right, that's kind of oddball stuff, but yeah. And I got, I get it. Russian bad guys, whatever.
Mhm.
The people of Russia are, you know, like us. They're subjects of their government. They're not participants. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, they have struggles. They have issues. They have struggles. They're human beings. I actually love Russian people. And from what I know, that communism was actually banned in Russia. So it's all been disbanded. They're not supposed to be our enemies. The other funny thing is that uh, Biden gets in a conference call, a FaceTime conference call with Putin. Pluton, as Maxine calls it. I think I heard Maxine and Pelosi both call him Pluton.
Hey, Valentine, Maggie, welcome in.
So he has a mic failure, and Putin's just sitting there watching Biden, and the only thing Biden could do was wave, and then it was over.
Oh, what the hell? Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron actually, yeah, he's got issues and struggles. He's not actually at the deck in the bunker. He's actually, I think, in Olean, New York, and his show's been suspended until Monday.
Yeah, Aaron's doing good.
Yeah,
You had a nice
vacation. Yeah,
you had a nice conversation with him yesterday.
yeah. It was coherent, I should say.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the non-totally shit-faced Aaron version.
Right, he was rather coherent yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Zoom, welcome in. God
Hello,
bless you all.
Valentine.
Valentine and Moggies.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Platoon Zoom, and Moggies. I don't know Moggies, but nice to have you here.
Yeah, welcome in. Right. So, what you got going on there, Valentine? What's happening with you these days? Oh, you're
Valentine.
welcome, Moggies. You're welcome, Moggies. You know, I think there's, as far as the general population of every country, the people just want to live. They want to be happy. They want to raise their family. They want to be, you know, they just want to peacefully exist,
Yeah.
and have a good time.
Like I said, people are people no matter where you go.
All these governments and their bullshit and their back and forth, these controllers and these would be parents, you know, dealing
Yeah,
with the freezing weather. Yeah,
whoever they are, don't ever think for a minute that we don't all realize that we're all that people are people no matter where you are. Mexican, Russian, German, whatever. We're all part of the human race, and we all have the same needs and wants and expectations.
right.
I've been
The
around a
only
little bit.
thing, like it was said famously, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Yep.
Honestly, once
And
you conquer that, you're free.
I've been around a little bit. You have too.
Right.
You know, every isn't that the truth? Everywhere you go, it's like everybody wants the same thing. They have the same needs, wants, and they care about the same stuff that we do.
Right. Just in a different language, different culture.
That's right.
This shit about color of skin. A lot of people would say I'm a white guy. I'm not. I'm pretty much a mutt, you know, American Indian mostly,
Yeah.
and Jewish. I have Jewish in my heritage.
You know,
You know?
I could. I don't know. I don't know if I do or not. As far as I know, I don't, but I could. I had a aunt say that there was some Jewish in there somewhere. I don't know.
My grandma used to tell me, she said, you part Jew. You need to shut up about that. Don't say a word to nobody. Don't
I
tell your
would.
grandpa I told you.
Well, shit, man. I would not. I would not hesitate to say I was Jewish. I wouldn't have a problem with it. I
But
know
I've
there's
never,
a lot of people that are haters, but
right.
I I would still be proud of who I was no matter what.
Oh, shit, there's singularity. There went the neighborhood. What's up, Sing?
Oh, it's starting to rain here.
Well, like I said, here we go.
We got snow tomorrow. It's starting to rain right now. I got rain. I'm in my truck right now. Isn't that weird how we're always doing this shit from our vehicles and stuff like Dear Butch and me and
Oh yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I've got rain coming down. It's going to turn to snow.
Oh wow.
We definitely need a reprieve from the drought we've been having.
Well, tomorrow's supposed to be sunny and 66, and then Friday's supposed to be 71 degrees.
Well, lucky you.
I know, right? I'm loving it, man. And I'm still on solar power, so whatever I did to the batteries worked.
Apparently, I didn't get enough sun to get my little solar yard lights to light up. So my solar yard lights are not lit up.
Oh wow, right. Well, that one bad battery was bringing the whole system down.
Actually, one of them is lit up. Let me take that back. It's the one I think I paid $20 at Lowe's for.
Right?
That's the one that lit up. The other ones, they're just, some of them are just barely lighting, just barely. So we haven't had much sunlight for them to collect anything.
Satan's all happy. He's got crayons again.
Oh, yeah, Zoom gave him some.
I saw that. Yeah. Oh man.
We're sorry, but he's got a crayon fetish.
I think some of the girls are working on how to make him crayons, edible crayons,
Oh yeah, crayon cookies.
crayon fudge, cookies, stuff like that. Yeah.
I think Sing probably needs some of that good Colorado crayons.
Right, right. Well, the fudge ones, at least you can stick in your mouth and they'll melt. You could just work them with your tongue against the top of your mouth. Right.
Oh, poor
I think
Sing.
you need to take pictures before they take that shit off your head. I want to see. I want to see pictures. If you put candy coating on them, they melt in your mouth and not in your hands, kind of thing. Yeah. Isn't that right? Hey, Dennis Espinosa is in the house. How you doing? Long
Hello,
time no see. Let me give him a link. Come on up,
come
Dennis.
on up here, Dennis.
Dennis has always got something on his mind.
Well, he's a friend of mine, so I like to talk to him. I haven't talked to him for a while.
AABB, 46%. It is just starting.
I want to know how his baby's doing.
Yeah, how's the little Dennis?
I don't know if he named him Junior or not.
Oh, okay. Up 46%. He says, just a second. He'll be right there. Yeah, it's been still for so long, you're going to have to exercise and work that. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Sing said he got his stitches out.
Yep.
He's on the road.
He's going to be talking funny for the next few days.
That's quite an ordeal what he's going through there.
Yeah. But hopefully they did a good job and those bionic teeth will work for him now.
But did he get it like a titanium jaw?
I don't know. He said he's got scars all over his face. He could take a pic of them.
See, I wish I could get a titanium spine transplant so I don't have back problems anymore.
Right?
I want to have like a bionic spine or something.
Yeah. My mom said I was a bulldozer with a silver tongue. I don't know what that means, but bionic teeth. Right? He's got a remote control. He can listen to radio anytime he wants. Hey, what's up, Patriotism Fighter? What's up, Zach? All right. And Dennis is here. How you doing, Dennis? Oh, shit.
I'm doing good. Doing good.
A little hot down there?
I was too lazy to put on a shirt, so I'm hiding back here.
Right.
That's actually pretty funny, a beanie and no shirt.
All right.
There you go. There's my boy.
All right. There you go.
Oh, handsome little guy.
I gotta show you
Absolutely.
more.
Oh my goodness, he's a handsome little bugger.
Yeah, he's gonna be handful.
Yeah, I gotta keep him humble. Humble. Everybody always fawns over him.
Oh my God. Yep. He's gonna have some ladies after him, that's for sure.
I'm gonna warn him about those girls.
Yep.
Right.
He's a good looking little lad.
He's all smiles most of the time.
Oh,
That's good. That's good. He's like, really, Dad? You put me in this? Gray is not my color.
Actually, if he's a good little kid at his age, he'll probably be a little hellion when he gets older. Because like they
Here's one of me before the truck hit me.
Right.
The truck called time.
Right. Oh my Lord. Oh yeah, there you go.
What's that sound? I got something else going on here.
Oh, Bill's in his truck.
No, actually, that was a movie in the background.
You hearing my dog howling?
Heard of horn and traffic and all kinds of stuff.
I'll show you one more, then I'll stop because I could share these all night and I'd really bore you. What happened there? Oh, it's slow. Come on. Anyway, that's the boy.
I think he got his good looks from his mama, though.
I'll have to show you pictures of his genetic mother next time.
Right.
Yeah, we did the egg donor thing.
Oh, wow. Wow.
We have a picture of her as an adult and as a child.
That's awesome.
He's a rainbow kid in the good meaning of rainbow because he's got about every ethnic background that he is, you know. There is in him.
Well, he actually looks a lot like you, though.
Yeah, I have a baby picture of me. It look pretty similar, fairly similar. A little different, but there's a resemblance there. He actually has mannerisms like my mother.
Yeah.
Facial expression, sort of strange.
Right.
That's genetics for you. Anyway, you have a good evening. I'm going to go to sleep.
Well, God bless you. Dream well, Patriot.
Hey, God bless you, and all is good. I'll be calling you collusion investigation.
Yeah. Yeah, call me. Play. Okay.
You want me to call you I'm going to
Oh no,
put you with my
no.
phone as collusion investigation.
Yeah, it's
Just
Wild Bill.
call me. Call me. Yeah, he knows me. Uh, just call me when you have some time.
Will do. Y'all have a good evening there. God bless you. Bye.
All right.
God
Good night.
bless you, brother. Oh man, that was good season him. So
Yeah.
yeah, saying I don't think we've ever had good internet. At least that's the excuses you've been using all along, anyway. But yeah, no, I'm
Oh yeah. So they did an ultrasound, and my son even saw my grandson's face on the ultrasound. He's developing good, everything, and they haven't got vaccinated because they know about this shit.
oh good, good,
So neither one of them has been vaccinated. I'm really proud of them. I'm gonna have a good grandson, a pure blood.
cool, cool. We've got 7. I confirmed one of the mamas, one of the babies, one of the rabbits has
Yeah.
7 babies, and they're all looking good. They're
Oh,
getting
cool.
bigger. Yeah, they're getting bigger. They got hair now. They still haven't come out of the nest too much,
Yeah.
but yeah, they're doing good. I checked on them this morning.
I'm feeling good about the future. I really am. I think good things are coming out. I actually got on. Oh, I can't remember what the channel was. It was some bullshit right wing channel, but it had Graham on there, and he's all in favor of raising the debt ceiling. Ain't that something?
Well, imagine that. Yeah.
And he was talking about, I don't know. They're all grandstanding. They want to keep their positions, and they know they're done.
Yep.
Grassley, I saw that sucker's face, and yeah, I know everything about
Grassley, Graham, McConnell,
Graham.
they're all
Oh yeah,
gone.
Graham was actually talking up McConnell. That's how I kind of know they're in cahoots with each other
Yep.
about overthrowing things. Is because he was talking to McConnell. Yo, Mitch McConnell, he's doing great things. Blah blah blah. Bullshit.
Bullshit. What's that?
But hang in there. Yeah, seeing my back issues happened while I was on the road driving, and I was lifting 180-pound tarps and stuff, and threw it up on. I was in Montana at the time when it first happened, and I threw that tarp up on top of a load of lumber in Montana, and it was a really high load, and that's how I got my back messed up. It literally blew my disc out.
I can still pick him up. This is Prince. He's got his collar on. He's doing, yeah,
So
big.
I have no disc between the L4 and L5. I have no disc at all. It's just fused. They had to grind away bone so that the nerve could come out and everything. They cut into my bone. They took all the disc material out and everything. My nerves actually looked like raisins. They looked all shriveled up like raisins after the injury.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've fallen off a 3-story building before. I've had a lot of major things happen to my body, you know, when I was younger. I thought I was indestructible. And all that catches up to you when you get older.
He's so cute and fuzzy and warm. I know. I love you.
So I'm about 1.25 inches shorter than I used to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I am literally. Yep. And it's caused me because of that. I think it is because of that why I've had so many rib fractures and stuff. Because it's actually done a number on me, you know, as far as
Wow. Yeah.
compacting my ribs and everything else. And I get what you call rib fracture. It doesn't mean the rib's broken, which I know I've had it broke a few times and cracked, but it's more like a rib pull. And when that happens, it puts me down big time.
Yeah. Chris he's like, I'm tired. Lay me down.
But I'm not here to talk about my fucking ailments.
Right.
I could still put in I still put in a hard day's work.
He looks just like his daddy.
Yeah, when I'm down, I'm down.
Right.
When this stuff happens with the rib fractures and all that, I'm pretty much laid up for a while. Yep. The ribs, they roll on you. The ribs roll on you.
Yeah.
So I've been through a couple of back surgeries already.
And Maggie says, spark the boat fire in the boat. Absolutely. Right. First call for Smoke 'em all. Brought to you by Sausage Gravy Biscuit Farms.com.
Now, because I was on the road driving a truck, I couldn't do fire in the bowl. But I would every once in a while I'd go get me a fifth of whiskey or something and just put myself out of pain for a little bit so I could go to sleep. Because I couldn't sleep with the pain. And all that other stuff, like all the sleep stuff like melatonin and all that didn't work. I just had to drink like Aaron.
Right.
Yeah. Just a couple times a week, just so I could get 2 nights sleep. A couple of times a week I would do it just so I could get 2 nights sleep.
Right.
The
Wow.
pain was so bad. Yeah. Not everybody, you know, drinks because they just want to get drunk all the time. Some people, they actually have so much pain and there's no answer to it. So, no, the DOT won't let me smoke Gorilla Glue. Sorry. We get random piss tests and stuff like that, you know. Can't be smoking that Gorilla Glue now.
Well, you're not driving right now.
No, actually, I saved my CDL. By
Yeah.
the way, thing. I did save my CDL. I didn't do the DOT. I was able to keep my CDL without having to do the DOT this year. But when I go to renew it, when I renew my license next year, I have to renew it next year. So I'm going to have to most likely do a physical and pass the DOT and all that stuff. And they
Right.
kind of put the screws to me because my blood sugars were kind of high and I was kicking out sugars out of my kidneys when I did the piss test.
Oh, wow. Right.
But I didn't tell them about it. I just didn't do any sugar, no carbs, no nothing to keep my sugars low, and took a bunch of cinnamon and stuff, and I passed the DOT. So I got out of that diabetic freaking loop there. because if you're diabetic, they will
Flag it.
red flag you and and then you have to get a physical every year, and you have to prove that you're under a doctor's care to keep your physical. I don't want to be under a doctor's care. Everybody I know that goes to the doctor dies. So fuck that.
Right? Yeah, they really. Yeah.
No, the VA is my doctor, and I only go there when I'm like dying or something. If I can
Right.
avoid the VA now, I will avoid them because they're like all into COVID testing and all that shit.
Yeah,
So
they don't. Yeah, the CDL, the getting the deal. They don't like when you have heart attacks in your history.
nope, they don't.
Nope, they don't.
No, they take you right out of it. In fact, if they diagnose you with sleep apnea, you can lose your CDL too, unless you go under a doctor's care, and then they require you to take the CPAP machine and everything with you if you're over the road. Where are you going to plug that in?
Right.
Because they don't have a 12 volt. Uh, they don't. They don't. The machine doesn't have a 12 volt plug. So, and you know what? They'll say you've got sleep apnea if I was in Atlanta and they were checking people's neck circumference. And if your neck circumference is big or whatever, I'm just born, I just have a thick neck. I used to play football. So, I used to do the neck exercises and built my neck muscles up. And so they'll red flag you for having too thick of a neck.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. They'll red flag you and say you've got sleep apnea. You can't be on the road. They do all kinds of little shit. It all started with, I think it started during the Bush era, actually. It was before Obama even. And it just got worse and worse. I mean, they're destroying the trucking industry. They're destroying the dock workers industry. All the dock workers down in the ports and stuff, they're having problems too. They're shorthanded.
Yep.
We can't
I'm
get those.
still, you know,
Yep.
I'm still thinking it's going to be fine for Christmas, though.
You know what? I think things will get better. It's I'm encouraged by seeing the protests
Right.
against the mandates. That's very encouraging.
Yeah, I
It,
heard that there was another hit on another court come through against the mandates and all that stuff. There's another one that came
yep,
through.
yep. South Carolina. Hey, hats off to South Carolina. They said, the vaccines or not the vaccines, but the mandates are not they're unconstitutional and they're not accepted in South Carolina.
Welcome in, tow truck.
So, South Carolina, if Zoom is in the chat, hats off to South Carolina.
Right, right. Salute. Oh man, but yeah, this is does seem to be.
Yep, I didn't have any accidents on my record. No tickets, no accidents. For the whole time I drove from 2003 to 2009. And after 2009, I wasn't over the road. I was still driving, but I was driving locally. And when I wasn't driving, I was working security. And even working security as an EMT, I still had to get random piss tests. So it's been a lot of years. I've had to shave my face, cut my hair, take random piss tests, everything. And now I just want to work for myself. I don't want to put up with any of that shit anymore.
Right. The Canadians are bitching, saying Biden's pipeline attack caused harm. Of course.
Biden just, I am amazed that he was so anti-energy and he suddenly decided to give up millions of acres of offshore drilling permits. So they're up for auction right now. People that want to drill out in the Gulf of Mexico can drill the hell out of it because Biden wants that money.
Right. Get this, man. There's another one here. It says Immigration Reform Law Institute. The courts may soon force Biden admin to finish the border wall. That's some funny shit.
Wow. Well, Kamala was the border czar. So,
Right.
apparently her ratings are like 19% approval rating. The worst approval rating in the history of the United States. There was never anybody that had a lower approval rating than her.
Right.
So she has no hope of ever getting re-elected or reappointed, whatever you want to call it.
Anywhere.
Yeah, she's done. She's done. They're about ready to give her the boot right now.
Yeah. Fox headline, 2 Democrats join Senate to repeal Biden's federal vaccine mandate for private businesses. Yeah.
Hi, Nightingale.
Nightingale. How you doing, Nightingale? You gonna show us your cookies again? I watched the video today and I was just like, oh man, I really want to just, snag that cookie.
Even if I can't eat them, I still want to kind of touch your cookies. Just touch them. Just to say I did.
Just stop. Just stop. Just stop.
No.
Further with that. No, that's like, right.
Well, you got a dirty mind. I'm not talking about that.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. Well, Sing's in the chat, so we got to kind of.
I'm just saying, if those cookies could actually become famous. They're a work of art. They're almost too good to even eat them.
She's cookied out, she says. yeah, we're gonna do that thing as much as possible. Right.
Really, I do try to get as close to the cookie jar as possible.
Right.
I was always told, don't put your hand in the cookie jar. Turn your back and I'm on it. I'm telling you that right now.
Did you see somebody lit a fire on one of the big Christmas trees in New York City or something? They lit a fire.
I caught a glimpse of some news flash about that. Yeah.
Right.
So stupid. So stupid. Estúpido.
Yeah.
Puerto Ricans are Americans, so they don't have to sneak into the country.
Yeah, this is just watching them flail. Just watching them eat themselves.
No, saying I never meant a cookie to be anything other than a cookie. Jeez. Even Sing was trying to catch me on something. That's okay. I forgive you, Sing. It's probably the freaking pain meds. They probably gave him some good pain meds. You know what? I've been on Lortabs. I've had the Lortabs. I've had all those opiates, and I'll tell you what. After you've been on them for a good year or so, when you come off of them, all you think about is, if I could only get a half a pill, I'd take the edge off this pain, because all those little neurons and stuff, I don't know, what do they call them? Neuro something. They start reconnecting, and every little thing in your body hurts. I mean, your toenails hurt, your hair hurts, your face hurts, your skin hurts. Everything hurts when you try and get off those things.
Yeah.
And it's itching and pain and all that. I've been through the whole rigmarole with pain meds. They're freaking hard to get off, man.
Well, Fauci should do 5. He should take 5 and just do it. This bastard's calling for Biden to clearly supersede individual choices with vaccine mandates. Again. And
So
just
if
dude
you're
needs to go to prison.
If you're still on workers' comp or something like that, and you're coming off the pain meds and the doctor's cutting you off, cannabis is the answer. Cannabis for a little while, and then you can get off the cannabis too if you need to. I think that Gorilla Glue might be the ticket. And I still have pain. But I hate the opiates, because the constipation and all the other stuff, and my dad was on morphine because he had cancer and everything, and he got off the morphine. He didn't even have a problem with it.
What's up, Bill?
Hey, there he goes. Howdy, Canoe. You know what? I couldn't even get out of the chat. It's weird. I had to push that little X for like 7 times before I could get out of it. I was reading the chat, staying up with Sing and everybody. Well, did you have a good day today?
It was no, not really.
I'm sorry.
Work was very slow, and got fucking farm bullshit business going on. I don't really want to go into it right now.
I understand. Well, anyway, I don't know where I would want to go to if I was actually going to start up a farm and I got like $100,000 or something like that, to go find a piece of land somewhere. I don't even really know what state I would go to, but it damn sure wouldn't be here.
I wouldn't recommend Ohio. Taxes are too high.
Really?
Yeah. Land values are very high right now.
I have considered Missouri. I've considered it, but I have Missouri has a few shortcomings, and I know I don't really want to go into it, but it does have some shortcomings. There's some things about Missouri that I don't really like. Number one would be in the Ozarks, where you'd want to live. The ground is not conducive to actually, having a good farm.
Well, that kind of depends. Yeah, because there's a lot of that red clay type rock, especially out by Wiz. But
Yep.
if you get into floodplain areas, you're going to get better soil.
Yeah.
Then you run the risk of getting flooded out, in a 100-year, flood.
That too. I looked at all the, I look at every aspect, water availability.
Yeah.
Kentucky, I think, is probably one of the finest farmlands in the world.
Yep. And there's a good mix, you got some farmland that's interspaced with a lot of the woods and the mountains and everything, so you can get out and do a lot of hunting. Kentucky's beautiful.
Yep. Rolling hills. You don't have to go too deep for water.
I think the cost of living is pretty cheap down there too.
That too. Yep.
Couldn't tell you about land prices or taxes or anything, but
Michelle is pretty dead set, on Kentucky. She said she and her husband, when he was alive, they were looking around at a lot of different states and everything, and they kind of settled on Kentucky.
I've driven through it a couple times. It's pretty, very pretty.
It is. And then they got the
lot of history, a lot of historical sites.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Singularity. See you later. And tow truck. Have a good night.
Oh, see you later, guys. Dream well, Patriots.
Have a good night. I'm glad they were here for the time they were.
Yeah, I had to go start up beginning. But I just ran out of power for solar. So what I did with the batteries, and they were down for 2 hours while I was working on them. So
my Irish and my Cherokee ancestors are from Kentucky.
Oh, wow.
Yep. I've got some roots in Kentucky, down around the Bowling Green area, near Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Yep.
Awesome.
So I would consider Kentucky for sure.
How you doing, Canoes?
Yeah, I'm here.
Canoes to the rescue. Rock on, buddy.
Four-minute warning.
4-minute warning. Oh yeah, pack those bowls. Oh man.
So Canoes, we're getting rain. Finally getting a little reprieve from the mega drought we've been in.
Yeah, Canoes get ready to have a warmer day tomorrow, thank goodness.
A little warmer tomorrow. I think Friday and Saturday is when it's going to heat up, if it happens. I don't trust the forecast past 24 hours anymore.
Right? 2 days.
They were saying for a couple of days that Saturday and Sunday was going to be warm, but like rainy, like a lot of rain. And now they're saying possibly no rain. So who the fuck knows?
Right? Ranger. What's up, Ranger? He's like, oh, Dad, I got my food. Now let me out. I want to go back outside. I want to go back. go right in the book. Joshua 4. All right, let me let him out. I'll be right back.
No, you gotta wait 3 minutes, Mogies. 3 minutes.
So now I got a crock pot full of turkey noodle soup.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
When I make turkey soup, I kind of like it on the creamy side. You know, put some milk or some heavy cream in it, more so than just plain broth.
Yeah.
Put some veggies in there, some carrots, and he popped up. Carrots, peas, corn, maybe green beans, and diced up potatoes. Yeah, scalloped potatoes with ham. That's a classic. I don't know what I'm making tonight. I might just do the cheap and quick option and make some pizza rolls. But the soup I made last night was absolutely fucking delicious. I will definitely buy that again. Welcome back.
Sorry, I didn't mean to drop out there. I must have pushed a wrong button or something.
Hey, welcome in, Honeycomb. How you doing tonight?
So I watched a video about what they ate along the old trail going west.
What, like the Trail of Tears?
No, that was going east, actually, the Trail of Tears. That was going west. Yeah, that's true. It was, the Oregon Trail.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, when they were going west. And they actually, eating skunk was actually a thing.
Hey, if you're hungry, anything will taste good.
Right?
They said that skunk meat was
what?
other meats. And then they had another stupid thing. It was a civil war when they couldn't get coffee.
They ground up chicory.
Well, there was that, and also sweet potato coffee. I didn't even know about that. I just learned that today.
I've never heard of that.
Yep.
What did they use? What part of the plant did they use? You know?
Well, they used the actual sweet potato. They take it and cook it down, roast it until they turned it like a dark color, and then they'd cut it all up and make coffee.
That's hitting the bottom of the barrel there.
Well, they didn't. Yeah,
Yeah.
They called it sweet potato coffee.
I personally hate sweet potatoes, but yeah. Who knows?
I don't know what it would be like. I don't know.
I don't
Fire
mind
in
them
the
if they're fixed certain ways, but fire in the bowl. Fire in the bowl.
Fire in the goat.
Goat.
And then I told Wiz about another kind of coffee. Well, they couldn't get coffee during the Civil War in the South. But there was a plant that's in the holly family that's it's a type of holly. It grows throughout the South all the way from the Carolinas to Oklahoma and Texas. It's called Yaupon, and it's spelled Yaupon. And there's a company that's kind of resurrected the Yaupon idea, and they roast it, and it's a leaf, and they make it up like a tea, and it's very similar to mate, which is a South American type of a tea.
Yeah, yerba mate.
And it's the only caffeinated plant that grows in North America.
Mate.
I always thought that chicory had a little bit of caffeine content to it, but maybe I'm wrong.
I had my first mate.
You got to try Yaupon. There's a company in Florida called Yaupon Brothers, and you can even buy it on Amazon. And it's Yaupon. It's a lot like mate. It's in the same family as mate. Mate is also a type of holly that grows in South America.
You got a mate.
Yeah, try the Yaupon. That's all American. America.
Well, come spring, I wanna go out and find me a nursery that's got some black tea plants.
And I actually think that you could grow it there, Wiz, where you live.
Oh, I know we can. I just
I think Yaupon holly will grow where you live. I think you could grow tea also, but I'm just
I'm
saying.
gonna check that. Yep.
Yeah.
Wiz, if you can't find it local, I know plenty of websites that'll sell the seeds. You can start them off from seeds.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say the seeds I got through eBay, they didn't do yet.
Yeah.
And where Wiz is situated, I actually think ginseng would grow really good there too.
It does.
Yep.
And morels. Yep.
Here too.
And we got blackberries and black raspberries and red raspberries growing wild on the property.
And you know what?
And
We're
grapes.
battery, I
We
bet
have shiitake.
everything grows in Portland, so Battery could probably grow all the ginseng you wanted over there.
Yeah, out in the woods you can go get shiitake mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for a long time here in Ohio, if you wanted to go pick ginseng in the wild, you had to get a license from the state.
Oh, really?
It was protected for a long time. I think they lifted that law maybe about 15 years ago.
Now, it does freeze in Portland, Oregon. It does get a freeze every now and then.
Occasionally.
Yeah.
We've come close this year. About 37.
If you had a covered area, I think you could grow freaking bananas there, Battery.
Oh yeah, people grow bananas here,
Yeah.
but they never produce. If you put it in a greenhouse, it'll produce.
Because that Columbia River gorge, anything in the Columbia River gorge, that's a completely different weather system.
Yeah.
The rest of Oregon and Washington, the weather doesn't even coincide with the Columbia River.
In the wintertime, the Columbia River is colder.
Yeah.
They're expecting snow this weekend.
Oh, yeah?
We're going to get rain. Typical.
But the difference is where you're at, Wiz, you're more of a hardwood forest area, and where Battery is, he's more conifers. That's more conifer forests in
Right.
Oregon. Yeah.
Many kinds of fir trees, cedar,
Oh,
So he
everything.
make his own mojitoes.
tamarack.
Yeah.
Oh shit! You know where
Oh.
Port Orford. You know where Port Orford is.
Yes.
You know you've heard of Port Orford cedars, right?
Yeah.
That's what they make arrow shafts out of.
I know.
Yep.
I was told all about it.
Those are the best wooden arrows. Is Port Orford cedar, and that's
Maggie says the gorge is a hot spot for windsurfing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Cedar
that's on the
is
east.
very straight.
She's talking eastern side of the state. I'm pretty sure
That's the gorge.
the big gorge on the Snake River.
It's not just the eastern. It's all the way. I mean, that gorge is freaking massive. It's one of the biggest rivers.
From I guess Bonneville Dam
Yep.
to past the Dalles. It's good windsurfing. Hood River's the best. It some days you could look out on Hood River, the Columbia at Hood River, and it looks like 1,000 leaf cutter ants going back and forth on the water.
I like it. I like it west of the Dalles. That's the part of the river I like is west of the Dalles. But if I was going to pick a place, I would go east of the Dalles to buy land.
Very dry out there.
Well, yeah, but it's cleared land.
Pretty much, yeah. Another occasional oak tree.
Yep.
Just make sure you're not downriver from Hanford.
The water water going by Hanford's fine.
No,
Mount
I'm thinking of groundwater, that shit that's stored in Hanford, leaches into.
There was reports of leaks, but there's been nothing out of that. There's no EPA report or anything on that.
If Mount St. Helens goes off, battery's going to be a dead man.
St. Helens is pretty far from here.
I know.
See it?
No,
Well,
if Hood goes off, he's a dead
Yeah,
man.
that's a big one.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very narrow.
And it could. Mount
The crater,
Hood.
It's
the
not
crater on
extinct.
Mount Hood is very narrow. So if it blows, it's going to be huge.
Mount Rainier. What about Mount Rainier?
That's the same.
Yep.
But it's taller than Hood.
Yep.
That thing's massive, though, just in its girth.
It's just over 11,000
It's
feet.
got 15 glaciers on it. It's huge.
But the big one is
The,
Mount St. Helens. I mean,
The National Park Service,
Adam.
they maintain a trail that goes around the base of the mountain. It takes you 5 days to hike the whole trail. The mountain's that massive.
Oh, wow.
Which mountain?
Rainier.
Oh, yeah. I've hiked around it.
You know about the earthquakes, the offshore earthquakes that happened?
Yeah.
Oh,
A bunch of
and they're not just small ones. It's a huge swarm of 5.5s and
Yeah,
shit.
that's
They're
about it.
significant. I saw that.
They're not even worried about waves.
Really?
No, there's no tsunami warnings or anything that went off. But
Hey, you report how strong it is. I don't worry about it.
I'd be worried about the Cascadia slip. That's the one I'd be worried about.
When one of the things we moved back up here from California, one of the reasons was to get away from the earthquakes.
Right.
And that very weekend we had a 5.
Oh my gosh, you guys have been having fires, earthquakes, all kinds of crap.
Well, it was at Hood River, and the fault line goes right through there. There's a hotel right on the fault line, and there's steps through this.
Worldwide, there's been 95 earthquakes above 2.5 in the past 24 hours.
Yep. So something big could be coming.
I was up in Kent, Washington, and every time a train would go by, I mean, it was an earthquake every time, because all that soil is all mush underneath, and everything shakes when a heavy freight train goes by.
I used to live next to the tracks. That darn thing would blow its horn every night. I'm trying to sleep.
That's like a Chinese water torture.
Yeah, see, in my town, they actually
they do it during the
about
day.
5 years ago, they made it illegal for the trains to blow their horns.
Oh, really?
With the exception of an emergency, like if there's something stopped on the tracks or something, they can blow their horns then, but they're not allowed, because it used to be that they would toot their horns every time they came through a crossing. And like there's a lot of residential areas along the tracks, so the residents were fed up with it.
Well, they have a nighttime horn that they use now around here.
Ours don't go through at night.
The only ones that we do have 2 Amtrak routes that run through here, so we get 4 Amtraks every night, and since they're passenger planes or trains rather, they have a night horn. They don't run it during the daytime, but at night they will run it through all the crossings.
Hey,
that's just because
I watched this YouTube. This British couple, they react to the words of Star Spangled Banner, and it is awesome. And they got the history of it too. Man, never heard anything like that. It's no wonder Americans are so patriotic.
What are you drinking tonight, Battery?
Oh, this is Coke. I just had a coffee with a shot of Jack.
Oh.
I had to do something like stop the headache. Oh, and that seemed to work.
Wow, there's a lot of earthquakes around where down by San Diego, LA.
Oh, maybe they'll slide into the ocean. Solve half our problem. I watched Kyle Rittenhouse on Steven Crowder today. It's pretty good.
Oh, yeah?
He should, I guess he's not going to go to the University of Arizona.
There's actually I saw an article the other day talking about how a bunch of universities across the country are offering special classes now for students that can't deal with the reality that Rittenhouse got off.
Awesome.
I'm like, yeah, fucking crybaby snowflake libtard motherfuckers.
I watched a few videos. I watched a few videos today of liberals going nuts in their cars.
Mm-hmm.
Truth. Sometimes the truth is a bitch.
Yep.
And sometimes they don't accept it. A lot of times they don't.
Did you hear one of the headlines I was reading earlier? It looks like the courts are going to make Biden finish the wall.
Finish the what?
The wall.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I saw tonight that the Senate is going to overturn
the court did
Biden's mask mandate for businesses.
Yep.
The court also reinstated the stay in Mexico policy.
Yep. That too.
Unconstitutional. The judge in South Carolina said that the federal law was unconstitutional.
About the mandates, yep.
Yep.
Biden is down to 22% approval.
Whatever.
Worse than
That might be a
Carter.
little lower now. Yes. I saw some comments. Somebody said, I can't believe I miss Trump and Carter.
Right? No, I don't miss that piece of shit either.
No.
Carter. No. I think it was a little bit worse at that time because he had a little bit bigger hold on him.
I remember 79.
Yeah.
So do I.
12% interest on all the home loans and yep, double-digit interest rates.
16%.
Great time to do a savings.
16 and 18% under Carter.
That's like 0.01.
So Carter sucked the big freaking kahuna. I'm not even going to go there.
He sucked better my vacuum.
Did you guys hear what happened in New York City today?
You know what happened?
Some crazy dude, a homeless guy, he lit the Fox News, the Fox TV building's big outdoor Christmas tree on fire. Like the flames went all the way up to the top of the tree, and that's like a 60, 70-foot tree. The thing was massive.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Lit it just with a regular cigarette lighter.
Did he?
Yep. Hey, what's up, Zachary?
Hey, they got a forest fire in Colorado, I hear.
There's a forest fire that's been going on for over a month in North Carolina.
Really?
Colorado?
Yep.
They should be under snow. Colorado still doesn't have snow.
You notice California ain't had as many fires recently? They arrested the bastard that was setting them.
Yep.
Probably a relative of Pelosi, maybe?
University professor.
Oh, okay.
I saw that.
Hey.
Yeah. University professor. He got track traced. And they found out he was at the place at the time when the fires started every single time.
He freely admitted it when they confronted him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a flag on my truck.
I did it for the planet.
I had a flag on my truck that said, "Don't blame me, I voted for Trump." And I drove by Reed College close to me. And I saw an old man on a bike. I figured probably a professor coming out of college. And he stopped and made a point to get my attention and then flipped me off. And then I drove a little further and I saw two students and they flipped me off. And then the rest of the day, I had thumbs up.
Right. I'd be just tell that professor, I'd roll down the window and say, "Hey, you're number one too."
Yeah.
I said, "How do you like your gas price?" "Oh, wait, you're riding a bike."
Yeah, we got some hillbillies that live south of us outside of the city, and they drive through town all day long. They got two big ass lifted 4x4 pickups, and they got flagpoles on the back of them. And the one guy's got like a huge American flag, like it's probably 30 by 20. It's huge.
Oh wow!
And the other one has two poles. He flies an American flag on one side. Sometimes he runs the stars and bars or a Trump flag. And they'll sit at the corner in front of the store waiting to turn. And what they do, they just dump, pedal to the metal, do a big, fucking
rolling coal.
Rolling coal. Yeah, exactly. Smoke up the whole fucking intersection. And people will be honking their horns and waving and giving them thumbs up and shit.
That's badass.
I wish I could blow coal over by Whole Foods.
Hey, fire it in the bowl. Well, I need to catch up.
Yeah, I need
But
to
mine burns gas. What can I say?
Oh, I'm gonna try some. Oh, geez, this stuff.
What kind of truck you drive there, Wiz?
I got a Equinox that I drive on a daily basis, but I've got a '99 Chevy Z71 off road.
Nice.
Yeah, it's got the big V8 in it for that year.
Man, I saw a car on YouTube that had
There you go.
And
there it is.
it had an inline 8.
Yeah,
Nice engine.
they're heavy on torque, man. Really heavy on torque. Those inline 8. Yeah.
I had an inline 6, man. That had some torque also.
Oh, my
I
dad
pushed on the
had
gas, it took off.
back around late 90s, early 2000s. My dad had I think it was a 98 Pontiac Grand Am with a big 6 in it. And I took, I had my learner's permit at the time, and we took that out a couple times. That thing get up and go.
Had the turbo in it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he loved that car, but then he drove it up to see my sister's graduation at Navy boot camp up in Illinois or Wisconsin, wherever that is up there, Great Lakes.
Right.
And when he came back home, I guess the trip was too much for it, and he was just getting off the highway a few towns north of here when the whole transmission fell on the ground. The motor mounts broke.
Oh shit.
And luckily he was like on the exit ramp as it happened, so he was able to coast all the way down the ramp to the corner, and he was able to pull off and put his hazards on. And my uncle's brother ran an auto shop like right around the corner there, so he just parked it and walked down to the auto shop and said, "Yeah, Randy, I need your tow truck. Can you haul my car from the ramp down there and bring it up here?" And the guy, he's like, "I don't know, it just fucking died." And the guy went and picked it up with the tow truck. He's like, "Yeah, it died. Your fucking transmission's riding on the ground." So he scrapped it. And then like 2 weeks after he scrapped it, he got a recall notice on it for that very thing.
Oh,
he was so pissed. Oh God. He tried to get, it back, and Randy's like, "No, man, I already took that to the scrapyard."
Squashed it. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, but the best car we ever had was an 86 Nova. We ran that thing into the fucking ground.
Really?
Put 840,000 miles on it.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Yeah, it's starting to snow.
It tried to snow today for about 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah?
Like big, fat, puffy, pretty looking flakes, but it only lasted for like 5 minutes.
Oh, wow. As far as I know, we've only had one snow here. And it was just normally it would turn into dew. You know what I'm saying? But it was just a crystal fall is what I call them. Weren't really snowflakes. It was just like almost like falling
beads of glass or something.
Yeah. It was pretty cool, but yeah.
Yeah, we have a similar thing out here. They call it hoar frost, and that it's basically freezing fog. If the weather conditions are just right, you get a lot of fog moving up in the evening off of like the lakes and the ponds and everything in the neighborhood, and then it hits freezing, and as the fog's passing through the trees and on people's houses and cars, it instantly freezes, makes weird looking patterns and everything. It's cool as fuck. It doesn't happen very often. Like you might see it once every 3 or 4 years.
It was beautiful.
Oh shit! I forgot to eat dinner. I gotta go get me a sandwich. I'll be right back.
Yeah, we get it here too. It's just beautiful.
I remember the first time I ever experienced it. It's like 17, and I was out walking around at night in a couple neighborhoods away from where I lived in, and walking around with a pint of whiskey in my back pocket and a couple joints. Had my portable CD player and some headphones, just walking around listening to music, getting stoned, and all of a sudden this fucking hoarfrost came, and I'm watching like the trees and the light posts in this neighborhood all start like just glistening with a huge, very thin layer of the ice and everything, and the air was really still, so it was just freezing in place. And I'm just standing there at this intersection in this development for like 20 minutes watching it. Oh, it was beautiful.
Get by when you have a hoarfrost. I had a place back behind my yard where I used to live, and there was some kind of a substation, a power substation, and it would just be arcing in the air, and you could see all the little sparks and everything. It was amazing.
We get that when we get really bad cold winters with lots of snow. I remember you get down to a certain temperature level below zero, and if the salt trucks have been out a lot the last couple of days, you actually start getting salt in the air, and it's around the roads where they salt, and that's where all the power lines are. And you'll walk down, like I'll walk the quarter mile to my store walking home at night, and you hear this hissing and humming and crackling just in the lines. And when you get to the transformers and stuff, little sparks and flashes and shit.
Yep, it's kind of cool.
In fact, I'm waiting. We got down the street, like 3 houses down and across the road, there's a junction pole with a transformer on it, and the whole pole and most of the box on the top are all covered with fucking ivy that no one's cut away for the last couple of years. Next time we have, winter conditions like that with sparks, all that fucking shit's gonna catch fire.
Yep. Kansas, we used to get freezing rain in Oklahoma, and it would just be like, it would just encase everything in ice, in like clear ice.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's like an inch thick, like on people's cars and shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and icicles would be hanging off, and tree limbs would start busting off and everything from the weight.
Yep. Anywhere on the south coast of Lake Erie, you get bad winter storms. The winds are pushing straight south, and the spray gets on everything and freezes. You get fucking... I remember seeing pictures. We have a lighthouse in Cleveland, and there was like an 80-foot long icicle hanging from the top of the thing down to the ground.
Oh, wow.
That'd be cool.
It like probably at the base of it, at the top of the lighthouse, it had to have been 6 foot thick, if not more. It was massive.
Yeah, Illinois. When I lived there, everything was encased in ice too. They'd get the freezing rain, and then they'd get the snow,
Yeah.
and you could be standing on level ground and just standing there, and you just start moving. There's no slope or anything. It'd just be flat ground, and you start moving, and it's like, shit, I can't even stand up on this, no matter what you do.
Yep.
I think if I was going to live there longer, I'd have to go get me some ice cleats or something.
Nah, Illinois is not a place I'd want to live, even in the southern part of the state. It's still Illinois.
Well, I'll never go back there.
Well, I've only driven through it a couple of times, but it's all fucking corn.
Yep. Corn and soybeans.
And road construction.
Yep.
On 70 going across, man, we hit so much fucking road construction in Illinois. It was ridiculous. And it, like, some stretches just went on for like miles and miles and miles. It would take you 2 hours to go through an area that should take you only like 15 minutes. Ridiculous.
Well, there was a lot of things I liked about Illinois too. Yep.
Well, I visited Chicago about 11 years ago, and I actually had a pretty good time there. I was only up there for a weekend, but I did a little bit of sightseeing, and it didn't run into any of the crime or any of the violence or anything. It was just once you get around the train station, you get like pounced on by panhandlers like crazy.
Again,
Well, where I was, there wasn't a lot of restrictive laws either.
lay down, lay down, lay down. Lay down.
Now, I'll tell you where I liked on that same trip when I was in Chicago. I took,
Good girl.
well, you take the train from Cleveland to Chicago,
Good
and then I
girl.
was going up to Madison, Wisconsin,
Good girl.
and you change over from the train to a bus in Chicago to go the last 5 hours up to Madison. And the country, you know, once you get out of,
That's
you know, Chicagoland area and start heading north up into Wisconsin, it's gorgeous farmland.
Yeah.
Looked like really good deer hunting land.
Oh man, coming out of people's cornfields and stuff, I saw so many deer and raccoons and all kinds of wildlife. There's a lot of wildlife in Illinois.
Yeah.
But I wasn't in the Chicago area, so I was about 80 miles south of Chicago.
The only reason I would have to go to Chicago anymore would be if I was like switching trains or something there. I wouldn't even leave the station.
right.
Well, the suburbs of Chicago seem to go on forever.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Same way with St. Louis. They've taken the suburbs are taking over the counties now that are close to St. Louis. Oh man. Sorry, guys. Oh, go ahead.
There's places you could live on the Mississippi River if you had one of those shanty boats. I mean, there's a lot of open space along the Mississippi in every state
really?
it goes through. Oh, yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that do houseboating on the Mississippi.
Big time.
Because I remember the first time that I saw the Mississippi, we were driving out from Ohio to Iowa for a big Boy Scout conference at Iowa State University. It was
Yeah.
like 60,000 Boy Scouts from all over the country were there for a whole week. It was crazy. But we were taking I-80 over, and that bridge over the river, when we hit it, the bus driver's like, "Oh yeah, we're crossing the Mississippi. If you want to look out your windows." I'm like, "That's not a river. That's a big ass lake."
Yeah.
It was
Right.
it was at least 1.5 miles wide at that point.
Wow. It's not quite that wide, I don't think, at St. Louis, but it's not small. And you ain't gonna swim across it very easily.
Well, there's a lot of tributaries too.
Oh yeah. And here in St. Louis it's joined by the Illinois and the Illinois River.
Yep.
And just south of St. Louis is where the Ohio comes in.
Yep. The Ohio River is actually really wide in some places, especially around Cincinnati and upriver from that to the east. Now, there's even a section of rapids.
Oh, really?
Just east of, somewhere within like 5 miles of downtown Cincinnati. Yeah. I think the Corps of Engineers has it closed off so boats can't get caught in it anymore.
Oh, wow. That's good.
Batteries busting moves.
Doesn't the Mississippi start up north of St. Paul, Minneapolis?
It's somewhere way up north. I think it's a lot further north than that, to be honest with you.
Okay, Google. Didn't work.
Well, fire in the bowl. Holy cow.
So Google was just running fiber optic cables in front of my house.
Are you going to
They were
benefit
what?
from that?
Huh? They're running high-speed internet cables out in front of my house this last week.
Oh, no shit. Are you gonna? Do you benefit from that or whatever?
I guess if I want to have, there's no doubt in my mind that it's going to lead to carbon footprint stuff and all that.
Oh, with your smart meters and everything.
Right. That's what it's leading to.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're starting to put those new electric switches on the water mains as well.
Yep.
Lake Itasca is where it starts.
Fire at the ball. Shadow Man.
And Seabird's here too. What's up, Seabird?
How you doing? Welcome in. Holy cow. Hey, Seabird. How you doing?
My phone's wigging out.
Well, it was. You were like on your side, 90 degrees and froze up for
Well,
like 2 minutes.
I was checking where the Mississippi River started on Google.
Starts in Canada.
No, it's in
Lake Itasca.
Minnesota.
Huh?
The Mississippi, he just looked it up. It starts in Minnesota.
Is that where Lake Itasca is?
Yeah.
I thought it started. Oh, that might be the Missouri River. The Missouri runs all the way up to Canada because it comes in here too at St. Louis, the Missouri, the Illinois, and the Mississippi.
Misery comes from Canada.
That's what they say.
Don't go to Canada. Too much misery.
Right.
Chef says he's going crazy here. I want to move now.
Who?
Shadow Man. He's Canadian.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. We've all expressed our condolences to him. We kind of don't mention it much anymore.
Well, at one point I had entertained the real possibility of moving up there at least, half the year. I was going to get dual citizenship, but that was like 20 years ago before the government got all fucked up.
I guess you Canadians like Trudeau, huh? Keep re-electing him.
I haven't heard anything about him in quite a while.
The Great White North.
Yeah, but the
Take off, you hoser.
Take off to the Great White North. Take off. It's a beauty way to go. Take off, you hosers.
take off, hoser. True dumb.
If you give the cops donuts, they won't give you tickets, eh?
Man,
Well-
I met some Canadian soldiers at Fort Lewis. And I said, is it true you guys always say eh after you say something? No, we never do that. And then I heard him talking.
Yeah, there's a lot that do, though. In the military, they kind of beat that out of you, though.
You know how Canada is spelled C-N-D. C-A-N-A-D-A.
Ha ha. I remember, about 10 or 12 years ago, I was working the night shift at the gas station, and we had next door to the gas station was a bar, and across the street was a motel, and we had a group of Canadian Mounties that were down in Ohio, like semi-vacation, semi-work. They said that they were going to some law enforcement seminar put on by like Ohio State Patrol, and they had an off day, so that they got completely fucking shit-faced at the bar. Then they came into my store at like 2:30 in the morning when the bar closed, and they started raising hell. And it was bad enough that I had to call the police, because they were like chasing cars around the parking lot and throwing things at people and chasing girls leaving the bar, and they were walking across the street to their motel room, and like you could tell they were going to be fucking around in the parking lot for quite a while. So I called the cops, and I'm like, you guys need to send a unit over to Motel 6. There's a couple of off-duty RCMP Mounties over there, and they're causing all kinds of ruckus. And it took like 10 minutes for a cop to show up, and I was standing outside having a cigarette, and he started pulling into the gas station, and I just pointed across the street. I'm like, they're over there, dude. They arrested both of them.
Oh, right. Oh, no shit.
Oh, yeah, because they were carrying their guns on them.
Oh, boy.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Not good.
They're like, oh, we're from Canada. We didn't know that in Ohio you couldn't do that, eh?
It's like America, right?
Don't you got freedom down here?
Yeah.
Canadians in the bar. Like, hey, barkeep, how about some maple syrup over here, eh? Must be French, RCMP.
Yeah, could be, eh?
Yeah.
Could be, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll be
bet.
honest. I worked and lived in Canada for 2 summers. I was in Ontario, so the people were kind of just like Canadian
Vancouver.
Ohioans. Never had any problems with Canadians except for the ones from Quebec. They're just a different breed.
Yeah, they think anything that's not Canada.
Well, if you try to speak French to them, they get all pissed off because
you don't
French
speak it right.
Canadian is completely different than French. So they get all pissed off because they can't understand you. And they're like, just speak English.
And Mexican Spanish, not like Spanish.
Hey, there's Miss Miriam.
And
Miriam, welcome
American
in.
English is not like English.
Yeah, Miriam is the one and only Quebecois that I've never had a problem with.
Yeah, Tanya got all mad at me when that one, reason she got all really pissed off at me when she first started hanging around. So I was going, oh my God, she's from Canada. She got so pissed off at me.
Well, she got pissed off at me once too. Cause what did Canada do to get independence? They didn't have to fight for it.
I cannot form French words.
Oh, yeah, they did.
To an extent.
They didn't fight England. They voted independence.
But they fought for it first, man. They fought the French.
Yeah.
You go back to the 1600s, man. They had a huge fucking war.
But who fights the French that doesn't win?
The French forces in Canada were fighting the English forces and they both had help from different sides of Indian tribes.
Yep.
That's what they called the French and Indian War here in the U.S. That was the war that was going on up there that spilled out to New England and shit.
Oh, that video with those 2 English people talking about the Star Spangled Banner. I watched that video and I learned a lot about how he came up with the song.
Mon ami, bonjour.
That sounded like a Mexican trying to speak Spanish.
I know, right? I know, right? I was trying to put that together. I was like, no, you nailed it, though. Yeah.
If my French teacher in high school heard me
Avec
speak like that, she'd fucking beat me over the head with a book.
French, German?
Yeah, Queen Elizabeth,
No.
her background.
Queen's from England.
No, she's
She's part of the Habsburg.
Oh, no, you're talking about the Queen.
Saxony, Germany, and I forget what faction of the French.
the
I
Windsors.
understand the royal family is Scottish.
No, they're not. Hell no.
That's what
Don't
they said in the documentary.
Hell no. They
That
think
was Mary Scott.
they think they're the dukes and duchesses of Scotland and Wales, but it's a lie. They're not royal. They're not Scottish either. They're Normans. They're Normans.
Dear Butch is in the house. I didn't see that.
Yep.
Well,
Hey,
the
Butch.
English came from Germany.
The English came from German, yeah. Saxony is in Germany. Freaking
And
bunch of
the Irish came from Gael. Actually,
the Irish, the original people of Ireland and Scotland were Pictish people, and then came
that's how they got the language. It's from
the
Gael. That's in
Celts
Spain.
came from Galatia. The Celts came from Galatia, which is Turkey.
Hey, we're hearing different stories.
And then you got the
I researched
Danes.
this.
Well,
I didn't hear anything about Turkey.
they came. Galatia, ancient Galatia, was in Turkey.
Well, there's a region in Spain called Gael. And they say that's where the term Gaelic came from.
Yeah. I mean, there were people that came from Galatia that settled in Spain too. Yeah.
Okay, that might be a little more history than I had.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a place called Galicia too. I mean, and they speak a language similar to Gaelic.
And Santa Claus came from Turkey.
Okay, whatever.
I think Santa Claus ate the turkey.
No, actually, he was Nicholas.
Saint Nicholas.
Yeah. Well, he was made a saint because he gave toys to children.
I don't know. I know they call him Father Christmas over in England and in Europe. Father Christmas.
Eric got banned, didn't he?
He's got a channel. Hold on a second. Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, he's got a channel on Vaughn, but Miriam says that he's done with Twitch. And I don't blame him.
There is an InfoWars thing on Twitch, and I'm not sure. Somebody said the other night it's Bears on Twitch.
Yeah, I hate Vaughn too. Vaughn's the bottom of the barrel as far as streaming sites go.
It's good for just watching movies or something if you don't want to pay for Netflix.
Actually, you don't need that. Don gave us a link to a site the other day. It's like having a cable on your internet browser. It's ustvgo.tv.
On my phone, there is no way to navigate Vaughn. You just have to go down and keep scrolling and scrolling until you find a movie you want to watch.
No, you go to your address bar and you type in vaughnlive.tv/infobear, and that'll take you directly to his channel. But that's the only way to do it.
Not on my app. No, not on my phone app.
You don't have an address bar on your browser?
No, I do not.
Then type it. Then pull one up that does have an address bar and type it in.
I'd have to get a different Vaughn app then, I guess.
Get rid of the app. Don't
Oh,
use the app. Use your browser, your internet browser, whether it be.
okay. Yeah.
Hey, there's my Huckleberry.
But
Huckleberry!
for chat purposes, I use the app.
Huckleberry. Oh, there's Huckleberry.
Hi,
Hiya, Huckleberry.
And Texas.
XTX Classy and Huckleberry, welcome in.
I didn't say hi to Texas Classy.
Zoom. We're having earthquakes here. I haven't felt the one.
And Miriam, heck. Oh, man, I tell you what.
My, all the classy ladies are in here now.
Right?
Yeah, we got two ladies in chat, which means that they'll be able to
Three.
keep themselves company. Get your butts on screen. Come up the panel.
Yeah.
We've had
There we
over
go.
100 earthquakes.
I wonder if you get really, really drunk if you'll actually feel an earthquake.
Probably not. Been there.
You'll
I've
be
never
like,
felt
By
one
yourself.
myself.
you'll
If you're
be
by
like,
yourself, you
oh,
might.
shit.
Yeah.
I was drunk at my, well, a little buzzed at my reception in Chile. And my wife was announcing something to the crowd. And she said there was an earthquake, but I didn't hear the word earthquake. It was all in Spanish. I didn't notice.
You
She
just
told me
thought,
later.
you just thought the booze hit you.
I didn't feel it move.
Now, do you guys remember something like maybe 10 years ago? There was a big earthquake up in Canada, like somewhere outside of Toronto. It was like I think it was like a 6.7 or something, and
You can feel that one.
it was felt here in the Cleveland area. I didn't feel it, but
Anything over
there was
4.5.
actually footage. It happened during a Cleveland Indians baseball game. So, like on the TV, if you watch it, or on the radio, you can hear the TV or the radio hosts in like the press box, and all of a sudden, like they stop like talking about the game, and they're like, "Folks, we're gonna take a quick break. The room is like swaying back and forth. We don't know what's going on. We're out of here."
I was watching the World Series one day with my family, and the game was in Candlestick Park, and all of a sudden the camera started shaking and went blank. You could still hear people talking. They said, "Whoa, that's an earthquake," and it canceled the game.
Yep, they'll do
I remember that. And the Bay Bridge collapsed.
Yep.
And there were people caught in their cars in there.
Oh, wow.
There was a lot of stories about the people that were caught in the collapse of the Hayward Bridge, the Bay Bridge.
The overpasses that actually like kind of like a double layer freeway going down the middle of town or something like that. It collapsed.
Some of them, it took them like over 2 weeks to get them out. Yep. They were dead already. A lot of them were dead already, but some of them survived it.
Right.
Stuck in their car for 2 solid weeks inside the freaking.
What?
Yeah.
Nukes were threatened in Congress between NATO and Russia? What? I didn't hear anything about that.
Well, did you see the Putin Biden conference call?
Yeah, I heard about it. You couldn't keep control of the microphone at one point.
Yeah. All he could do was wave at Putin. Putin's sitting there like stoic and everything, and Biden's waving at him. I just can't make this thing work. It just won't work. I don't know what. What an adept nincompoop.
Oh, pants.
He's so humiliating having him as our president. I mean, he's so.
The Swedish chef on Sesame Street. I heard him say, "Furcher Biden, Furcher Burden."
Work the forking.
And then Kamala's rating, her ratings are only 19% approval rating. That's the worst.
A little bit behind. She's a little behind Biden.
She's got the worst rating in history of the United States.
Yep.
Nobody's ever had one worse than hers. And in fact, I think they're being generous with that 19% because it is MSM saying it.
Right?
It's probably like 4%.
Sound hard?
And you say lost of public trust.
Yeah, 22% of Democrats say they would vote for Joe Biden in 2024. 22%
That's really bad.
in his first year.
He wouldn't make it another term. He's not going to make this term. He's not going to finish it out. He's going to be out.
He's getting slower every day.
Getting way worse. Yep.
And his speech
By the end of fall, I'm telling you guys.
his speech patterns are terrible.
Pelosi, she's on her way out too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Too much vodka.
No, I mean, she can't do a cohesive sentence.
She's come from alcoholism.
Incoherent babbling. I mean, her brain cells are gone.
Well, none of these bastards have had to, even Pelosi, have had to win an election for like 2 decades.
Nope. And they just vote him in. I mean, it's like Maxine Waters. You know, she's been in office since the 1800s.
Since a Republican freed them.
Yeah. Yeah, she did try to molest me back in 1897, so. But she didn't succeed. She did not succeed.
You're looking pretty good for your age.
Cassie said she's betting anyone now that they push Hillary for the 2024 election.
Because it ain't easy being 158 years old.
Wouldn't think so. Although back in the Bible, that was young.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot my scissors.
It wasn't unheard of to hear about somebody over 800 years old.
Yeah, Methuselah got me beat. Well, no, actually, I died a while back, but I'm still here.
In dog
What do you
years,
want to
right?
make a bet that in the future?
I'm a
People
ghost.
will be living longer.
I'm a ghost. I can walk through walls.
No. In the Bible, God punished the earth by only letting them live 120 years.
Yeah, the age of a tree. That's what it said, the age of a tree.
Well, gee, if I could be the age of my neighbor's tree, it's a sequoia.
Oh, well, that's over 1,000 years old, probably.
This one's young. This one's only 30. I'd like to be 30.
The giant sequoias were over 1,000 years old.
Okay, well, the ones here are very young. This is not their natural habitat.
Well, they said that Moses lived to be 300 or something, didn't he?
Moses. Oh, I'm not sure, but Noah was 800.
In my state, we actually have the oldest tree in the world. It's called the bristlecone pine.
Yep. I thought that I know it grows in a couple different states, but I thought the oldest one was in California.
That's a debatable topic.
We got a really old cypress on the Oregon coast. They call the octopus tree.
Ironwood trees get really, really old too.
I used to have some of those on my property.
You guys come out to Oregon, you got to see the octopus tree. That is wild.
But you can get bristlecone pine, and I'm sure it would grow in Oregon. Everything grows there. You can get a bristlecone pine and plant it, a seedling. They actually sell seedlings.
We can't grow citrus, except ones you can bring in the house.
And you could buy seedlings from some of the famous, really, really old bristlecones.
I actually have some bristlecone pine wood that I bought years ago in blank form to make
First
like
I heard of it.
knife handles and make do wood turning for making pens and shit.
Oh, cool.
Pretty wood. It's got amazing grain on it. It's
Yeah.
so beautiful.
It's a really nice tight grain, probably.
And it would, like, if you're into that kind of look, you could it would make really good pressure dyeing wood for adding like coloration into the layers, because they're so small but well defined. If you wanted to like dye it with blue or silver or something like that, it would look fucking awesome.
Now, I saw I'm subscribed to a guy who's a professional shipwright, and he does these videos. And he did a test with oak trees, and he said he showed on the test white oak made the best ships, not red oak. Red oak sucks up water like a straw, but it's better for interior. But white oak, they build ships out of them.
Yep.
We have
That's
lots of
why
white oak.
okay, the US Navy still has the oldest warship still in commission in the world is the USS Constitution.
Yes, it is.
That tall ship.
Yeah.
The Great Lakes.
No, it's out on the East Coast.
Last I heard it was in the Great Lakes.
Don't think so, but I could be wrong. Who knows? They'd have to take it all the way at the St. Lawrence Seaway to get into the Great Lakes, and I haven't heard about that. But in southern Indiana, there's a big naval base, and it's nowhere near any river or lake or ocean, but it's a landlocked base, and they do a lot of they make munitions there, they make guns there for the Navy, all different kinds of shit. And on the base property, they have a grove of trees that they call Constitution Grove, and they grow white oak, and it's specifically grown so that they can repair the USS Constitution whenever they need to replace any of the wood. So we have a constant ready supply.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And this is like for the main framing of the boat, like all the trusses and the ribs and the warts and everything.
Right.
They've been doing that.
Preservation in the extreme. Yeah. That's awesome. I like that.
So, yeah.
We have lots of white oak here.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yep, we got a lot too up here in Ohio.
That's what my father always cut for firewood.
I got a few on my property.
It's heavy.
Oh yeah.
The only oak that I know of we have here, we have a weird oak that actually the leaves look like a maple, and they're introduced. But the wild oak that we have is gamble oak. It's called gamble oak.
Does it have a little berry on it that's got spikes?
No.
Okay.
Now we have
tree next
kind of a rare subspecies of red oak here in Ohio that's called
no red oak as far as I know here.
Some people call it pagoda oak because the shape of the leaf looks like the shape of a pagoda roof, like on a building in Japan, like a temple or something. And the common name is cherry bark oak. It's an oak tree, but it's got the actual bark of the tree itself looks like cherry tree. Real.
Also, it's kind of smooth.
Very smooth. Yeah, it's an awesome tree. It's back near the corner of my pond.
The tree.
Yeah,
the tree I'm talking about. It looks like very skinny maple leaves, but it has a berry or a nut or something like that hangs on the tree. It's by itself, and it's got spikes all around it on the skin. And that skin rocks off, and there's a nut.
Yeah, these gamble oaks over here, they do, they produce a lot of acorns and stuff. But and that's why I have so many squirrels, is because of them.
Yep.
But what we actually call them here, we don't call them gamble oaks. We call them scrub oak.
Yep, that's
And
how I know that.
Kind of
down
a
in
bush.
Texas. Down in Texas, they got a weird oak tree. It drops its leaves in the summer and grows leaves in the winter. It's called a live oak.
Yeah. I'm familiar with live oak. They grow in California too. Live oak grows in
Never heard until I
California.
went to Alabama.
But everything grows in California too, just like they do in Oregon,
Oh my gosh. I saw a video today about this black woman that went to Huntsville, Alabama to a Airbnb. And when she got there, she looked at the place and said, doing a YouTube video, I guess, of the place, showing people what it's like. And then she goes out the back door and she gets offended. There is a cotton plantation back there.
Well,
She said she felt the urge to go pick cotton.
Whatever.
She's from California.
and guess what? They grow a lot of fucking cotton in California too.
How could you have an urge to go pick cotton and make your fingers bleed?
Same thing with picking corn.
She was
Yeah.
trying to sound offended. It's
Well,
these,
I'm offended at her.
Yeah.
it's these liberals, man.
Liberals offend me.
And you've been following Jussie Smollett. The
Fuck
case.
that guy. He's guilty as sin.
Natural human intelligence is insulted by their existence.
Yeah, I'll be back in a minute. I need to refresh my drink.
All right, rock on.
And
You gotta shake the shit
Jason
off.
just popped in the chat. What's up, Jason?
What's up, Jason?
Hey, Obama woke up in the middle of the night, had a nightmare, and his wife looks over and says, "Honey, you're turning white from the top up." Oh no! What do I do? Well, you're a few quarts low of shit. You need to refill.
I'm actually going to remember that one. I like it. That's pretty funny.
Oh, my favorite one is that guy that goes to heaven and God's giving him the rules. And if there's any questions, he says, "What?" He looks around the room and sees clocks everywhere. He says, what's for the clocks? What are they for? He says, well, each time the minute hand moves is when a person lies. Oh, really? He says, right over there, that's George Washington. It's moved once. And over there, it's Mother Teresa. It has never moved. Oh, that's interesting. What about President Obama? Well, Jesus is using that for a ceiling fan in another room. Because it's constantly moving. Wow, that killed the chat.
Carnivores here.
Oh, there was a couple Australian politicians arguing. This lady, the female politician, was asking the male politicians a question, and he started explaining. And she's, "Oh, now you're gonna mansplain." He's like, "What? Do what? What is that?" And she went on to explain what it means. And he goes, I'm offended. If I had said you were woman-splaining, they would be all over me. So you're bringing up sex into the conversation. Oh, and he just laid into her. Said, how can you get away with this if I can't?
Good point. But they do it all the time.
Yeah. It's a word that the liberals use around each other.
Oops, you hit the wrong button.
Oh, no.
Or somebody
Oh,
called
no.
it, maybe.
Yeah, I think you got a call. Yeah, I heard that buzz.
Oh,
But yeah, no shit. Supposed to be damn near 70 tomorrow.
quit telling me that.
Well, that means you're having a nice warm day tomorrow too.
No, it's only going to get up into the 30s today.
Really?
Yeah, it's not going to warm up here until probably Friday or Saturday.
Oh wow! I thought, yeah, that's right. You're way too far north.
That warm air mass that you got coming is going to pass way south of us.
Right.
Probably
We got a
Kentucky.
cold front coming in. Our snow level is going to drop to 1,500 feet tonight.
Yeah, it probably hit across Tennessee and lower Kentucky.
Man, one of my local TV stations in Cleveland, they set up a time lapse camera out on the lake shore around the port of Cleveland, and they were showing during the last storm that we had that came across the lake, the rise and fall of the water level at shoreline.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It went up like 10 feet in about 10 minutes
Oh wow.
from all the
We
storm
got a
blowing
cold
water
front coming down from
south.
Canada.
Oh wow. I seen them take the overtime pictures of the lake effect deal.
Oh,
Some of those are badass.
dude, I used to be into extreme
No
weather.
clouds,
Like,
it's
that was
snow.
my hobby online for quite a few years. There was, I got a picture of it somewhere. I'll have to dig it out. They showed a radar picture of this lake effect band of snow that was coming off of Lake Erie and hitting Buffalo, New York. And they showed one side of the screen had the radar picture, and the other side of the screen had the actual photograph someone took at the beach up by Buffalo. And this band of lake effect snow, it stretched out like probably 2 or 3 miles over the lake, like a big funnel cloud.
Yeah.
Going horizontally across the water until it dipped down, and it was sucking all that moisture out of the water and shooting it like a cannon into Buffalo. It was fucking nuts.
Oh
It looked
wow.
like a thin, long tornado on its side.
Yeah, I think we're talking about the same thing. Because it really looked kind of ominous, almost like it wasn't real kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I just had my sister call me. That's why my phone literally kicks me out of the chat.
Yeah.
She called me. She wanted me to go to work for her, but I can't afford the freaking commute to go up there. Drive a shuttle from the ski resort.
Excellent. Well, hey, dude. Yeah, that's perfect. All right. Thanks, Carnivore. Carnivore's taken up the mantle of admin on the game on Discord. So we have a Discord server up there now, and Carnivore is handling the admin on that and doing a really kick-ass job. He's putting everything together. So if you're inclined to go to Discord, set the link up there, Carnivore.
Thanks, Carnivore.
Yeah. Discord is one of those things that I forget about for like 6 months at a time. Never really big into it.
Miriam, good to see
Yeah,
you.
Miriam's already an admin, and so is Huckleberry. So they're at least if they're not, I believe they are already. But Carnivore is going to be helping them to figure out what they need to be doing over there, so they can admin and mod.
Oh,
So,
shit. Well, I can't copy the link that way. Hey, Carnivore, is there any way you could possibly come up on stream for just a minute so you could post that link in the private chat so we can pull it?
Finally got hungry.
I remember when our Discord server had like 50, 60 people.
yeah. This is a new one. This is a new one, so.
Huh.
I think I'm still subscribed to the Discord for Clan Mama and what's her name? Girl and the guy that were living in a cabin down in Tennessee.
Oh, yeah, Lady Liberty.
Lady Liberty, yeah.
Yep.
Have you heard from her lately, dude?
No, man, I sure haven't. I need to give her a call.
I miss her.
Yeah.
I miss Clan Mama too.
Yep.
I know. I don't know. She just kind of stops communicating and all that stuff, and I was like, wow.
I think Clan Mama came on Cam like maybe 6 months ago, something like that, back like early summer, late spring. Yeah, but I haven't seen Lady Liberty in probably almost close to 2 years.
Right. Yeah. It's been about a year since I talked to her. Well, no. Yeah. It's been about a year since I talked to her. But she's been building that place up down there in southern Missouri. I need to call her again. Yeah.
If you guys want to watch something beautiful, I got a notification today and watched the video. It's very well done video. Caitlin Bennett, the gun girl from Ohio who's with InfoWars and whatnot.
Right.
She's pregnant with her
What's
new
good
husband's baby, and she did like this celebration of pregnancy video, and it was really well produced with music and everything. It was fucking gorgeous. Okay, thank you for the link, Carnivore. Much appreciated.
Yeah, rock on, bro.
If you want to stick around and chat for a bit, you're more than welcome.
Yeah. So what's happening, man? Carnivore?
I don't know if he's got his mic turned on. Oh, excuse me.
God bless you. Now we heard you talk back in there when he came up, but he's not talking.
Who?
Carnivore? Miriam! Holy cow! So did you keep them or kill all the tadpoles there, Miriam? Oh, you just dropped.
Bill.
Oh. Oh man. But yeah, I was just looking around in there. He's doing a great job.
Yeah, I'm trying to load it up right now. Like literally, I haven't been on Discord in probably 8 or 9 months.
I need my glasses.
But yeah. Thanks, Carnivore.
I used to be in a Discord years ago that was linked to a police scanner app for your listening to police scanners online. And like these people were up 24 hours a day, and we'd all be listening to different police streams across the country when crazy shit was going on and chatting about it, and trying to find live camera action of the shit and whatnot. It was fun. I remember we were listening to it one time when some drunk assholes out in Southern California stole a truck and went on like an 80-mile chase, and they ended out at El Centro, which is a big Marine Corps air base or a Navy air base, one of the two. And they drove their truck through. They drove around the base. They tried to crash the gates and were repelled by the guards. So they drove around half the base and then crashed their truck through 3 layers of fencing and came to a stop only when they crashed into a parked F-18 fighter jet.
Oh my God.
And we were listening to the whole thing through, the police's scanner, their point of view on the whole thing. It was fucking great. Yeah, they caused like $2.6 million worth of damage to the plane. Wakey, wakey, it's not time for bed yet, Huckleberry.
Why the WTF? Oh,
Say
about
again?
the crash into the aircraft, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
And Miriam says, "Speak, Carnivore."
Yeah, it's just Twitch glitch shit.
He says he'd have to find a mic first. Yeah, dear Butch, what's happening, man? Grab a link. Come on in.
A ragged coin, welcome. Aaron is currently under a 7-day ban on Twitch. So
It should be up on Monday.
Yeah, you should be back up on Monday.
I'm surprised it took that long to happen.
Oh, he's been banned before.
Ah.
Not the first time.
No, it won't be.
Kicked his ass
Probably
on
won't be the
YouTube
last.
like 2 or 3 times, and then when he went to Twitch, they've hammered him once before.
We don't have Aaron, so we got to get the approach.
Oh, Prince wants to lay down here right near me. He's so cute. Princess is in her crate. She's already in the bed.
That's
Probably
on
won't be the
YouTube,
last.
like 2 or 3 times. At the Twitch, they've hammered him once.
Soup like a bachelor.
Oh, we're getting talk back through Carnivore.
Yeah, so whatever he's connected with, if it's a phone, the microphone's active because it's picking up the speaker on your end and repeating us.
Yeah.
You could just talk into your phone or whatever you got running.
Going on walkabout. You get a chance, check out Sky News.
You know what time it is, right?
Oh no,
It's one of 2 things.
It's time for pie.
it's not time for pie here.
It's time for pie.
I got soup right now.
You got soup right now?
Dude, the soup I made last night, that shit was fucking delicious.
Was it? Awesome.
Yeah. Are you familiar with there's a food company does mostly potato stuff called Idahoan brand.
Uh-huh.
Like instant mashed potatoes and stuff. They've started making soup pouches now that you just add water to or milk or whatever. And I tried their loaded steakhouse potato soup. It was fucking delicious.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, all you do is you boil 4 cups of water, dip the soup mix in it, and simmer it for 5 minutes. That's it.
Oh, wow. I like their flakes. I like their dehydrated. They don't actually make flakes. They make dehydrated potatoes.
Yes. Yeah, the pouches of their instant mashed potatoes, they're like $1. You can't beat them.
Right. And they're flavored out and awesome. Yeah. Even when you buy the big boxes of the instant potatoes, they're not flakes. They're little crumbles of potato.
Well,
it's like
I get
it's
Hungry
really
Man.
good.
Hungry Man instant potatoes.
Yeah, these are all right. I think the Idahoan brand's better.
But these are awesome.
Yeah, the soup was great, but man, it made me fart like crazy all fucking night long until the morning. Oh my goodness. Like I chased myself out of bed like twice. Jesus Christ.
I've never done that. My nose stink.
I used to chase the cats out of bed with my farts. And sometimes they'd chase me out of bed with their farts.
If I did that, my dog would growl.
Yeah.
That one rip. Let another one go. Ow. Oh, that was hot. That was hot. Oh, God. Oh, God.
I'm gonna mute Carnivore.
Yeah, the talkback's getting bad.
All the fear of that.
Nasty. Oh no, that was all goodness. Oh man, that was good.
I think I'm gonna have pizza rolls tonight because they're quick and easy. And it's the greatest American snack food ever.
I think I might have burned my throat. Oh,
Pizza bowls?
Pizza
Pizza bowl?
rolls.
Oh, yeah.
pizza bowls sounds good.
No, pizza rolls are the bomb. You know what? I really like them when they're deep fried, actually.
Never been a fan.
It's tricky to deep fry. You got to have the right temperature and put them in for the right amount of time.
You can't put too many or it cools down the grease too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I do them in the oven, and I put them at like the temperature that they call for. I think it's 425 or 450, and I put them in for usually about 9 to 10 minutes. I wait just until they start to pop, the filling starts to ooze out, and then I pull them out. It's like you don't want them going any further than that.
They'll explode. Yeah.
The outsides are just perfectly golden brown.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, when you do it in the grease the first time, you have to throw them in there, throw one or two in there, and then wait for them to explode. Pull it out, and then minus 30 seconds, and you throw a handful in, and then you pull them out just before at the right time, and that's how I get them. Get them perfect.
Cook like
Some of them will
ravioli.
still explode when you get them on the plate.
Got to cook ravioli that way too.
Right, that's what they are. Pizza rolls, basically. They're just raviolis.
Well, ravioli you don't put in oil. Well, that might be
You
interesting.
can. No, I've fried raviolis before.
What happened?
Oh, Carnivore went full screen.
No, I'm unmuting him because he says he's testing his mic.
Okay.
Can you hear us, Carnivore?
Hey, I can hear you. Is it working?
Yeah,
Yep.
gotcha.
Sounds good, man. Welcome.
Yeah, I just had to change a few settings.
Good deal.
What was it doing before?
Nothing. It was just talking back.
Yeah, what
Could you hear yourselves
Yeah,
through
your
me?
microphone is
Okay.
picking up your speaker. Yeah, but it sounds perfect now.
Okay, great. Yeah, this is just a cheap mic.
Yeah. Huckleberry and Miriam. I know Huckleberry was wanting to get some lessons on how to do ad groups, monitor, all that stuff, and a whole bunch of stuff. She was saying, I was telling her, I don't know.
I might be building her a new toy.
Oh, yeah?
The boom boom kind.
Awesome. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, she's looking for a new rifle.
You hear the
Make
latest
one
on
if
the
you want to
Omicron?
know.
You know what that
It's like
stands for,
Omicron.
don't you? Do you know what Omicron actually means? Moron.
Well, the Omicron variant is just petering out. It's like the common cold.
Yep, I've been saying this for the last 2 weeks. The reports out of Africa and a few other places where it hit, the people were saying that their symptoms lasted anywhere from 30 minutes to 4 hours, and then they were fine.
They were fine.
Common cold is worse.
Yep.
But I predicted that a long time ago.
Now, is it true that does anybody know if it's true if all the most of the people that have gotten it are already vaccinated?
That I have not heard. It wouldn't surprise
I've been
me.
hearing that. Same with the Delta. The Delta variant was breaking out in places that had the most vaccinated.
We're having new outbreaks of Delta here in Ohio.
Got a high vaccination
so they
rate?
say. We're just below 50%. At least that's the
we're over
last number
70.
that I heard.
We're over
That was
70
a
here.
while ago.
Yeah, well, Oregon's never been a real big fight the lefties kind of place.
I'm feeling better now. I got to get my "Don't blame me, I voted for Biden." Excuse me, Trump shirt, hat, flag. There, flag. My brain's not working too good right now. Bear with me. I'm on the tail end of the cold. And I'm getting symptoms I don't usually get with a cold. So maybe I have Omicron.
It's because you're eating bat soup.
Yeah, we're eating bat soup, bat noodles.
Oh, no, just like chicken.
No, bat noodles.
It
That
says
ain't
chicken on
that
the
ain't chicken,
can.
dude.
Right.
That can came from China and it's got bat in it.
Campbell's. It's Campbell's.
That ain't chicken.
I don't trust Campbell's, man.
Oh, I do. Good soup.
Yeah, I stay away from that stuff. It's got way too much sodium in it.
That is true.
The only Campbell soup that I'll eat anymore is just their plain tomato soup. I won't
I have that
eat
too.
anything else.
Tomato soup with grilled cheese. Oh. I got this sandwich pocket maker. You put the bread in there, put cheese or meat or whatever, and then you put the other slice of bread, close it, and it makes little sandwich pockets.
Yeah.
Shape.
Yeah. Little paninis or bigger ones. Yep. I've got a waffle iron that has the plates on it for the paninis.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I put a slice of bread, Havarti cheese, and salami. Hard cut. Genoa salami in slices. Got it at Costco. They're so good. And
I made a lot of ham and cheese that way.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I don't use. Oh well, I put butter on the outside just to coat it.
But I don't use that thing now. That thing has sucked through some electricity.
Oh,
yeah. I'd rather use a skillet. Just give me a cast iron skillet and I'll fry it up in a skillet. I'll smash it with my spatula.
My parents came with these heavy glass lids that you push down for cooking like bacon.
Oh yeah.
Put that on a sandwich. Oh man, that cooks so good. We got copper chef pans. Super easy to clean, but they warp.
I've got the old Prestige. I got a couple sets of old Prestige cookware. It's got the copper plates in them.
Yep, I have
like the copper
Revereware. That's the same thing. Copper bottom, stainless steel tops.
I like the copper chef because it's so easy to clean, but you try to cook an egg in it and it warps, and the egg starts running down to the side. They're not flat. When they heat up, they warp.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, mine don't do that, and mine work with the induction cookware too. It's all stainless steel.
This is a Corvette for the pans, and it's got magnets.
Right.
But this pan doesn't work. This is copper bottom.
Right.
I'm looking for a good saucepan to put with the set of pans we got. I have 2 induction cooktops. I like using them. They're really easy to use compared to the stove. Okay, I had food now. Maybe later after I get my shower, might just be time for pie.
Right. Well, I've had my ration of pie for the day.
I still have maybe 2 servings of pecan pie left,
Do you? Oh, good deal.
and I got another
Get you
pie
some
crust.
vanilla ice cream and you're jamming.
I can't unless I get some that don't have sugar.
Yeah, right. I got
Oh,
you.
did you hear? They found a cure for type 1 diabetes.
I saw a headline about that. I didn't read it.
It's still in testing, about 5 years. But they've started human trials. I would trust that more than I would this COVID vaccine. You don't rush a vaccine. No. You get bad results when you do that. And the Omicron vaccine, don't bother it.
No, it showed me that it was no Huckleberry. I went up there and it did show me as a admin. I seen it up there. Let's see here.
Is he once? Oh. Yeah.
My Huckleberry.
Okay, Wizzy.
I guess. No, Wizzy. I'm a cute fuzzy puppy.
Oh yeah, whiz bang.
Oh, what happened? That's not the link I saved.
My internet sucks, so I can't connect to Discord tonight while I'm on StreamYard.
Oh.
So I'll try it out later.
I haven't tried it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it showed me as a member and Huckleberry's there.
I haven't been on Discord in a long time.
Yeah, it's not showing.
Yeah. Anybody who's red
Is
is
it
either
admin?
a super admin or an admin.
Wasn't charging.
Okay.
Crazy battery.
The only big difference between super admin and admin is that super admin can ban.
It's only on Discord.
Yeah, this is only.
Admin can ban people.
Let me see. There's. I made 3 administrative levels. The lowest level being a moderator.
Okay.
Next level admin. Top level super admin.
Right.
Happy.
Let the admins ban people at least. Yeah, let the ban individuals.
Yeah, let's see. I may have set them up to ban. It may be the mods that can't ban. Let me
They
see.
don't have to do background checks here either. First person sales, no background checks.
They've been trying to change that for years, but we ain't having nothing to do with that.
And here you can open carry without a permit.
They're working on that now. There's a bill in legislation right now at the State House for
the permit
basically abolishing the concealed weapon permit program and just making it constitutional.
Having to have a permit for concealed it goes against the Second Amendment.
That's relative to your point of view. I don't see it that way.
That's regulation.
I don't know. In Ohio, we have constitutional open carry, which I do.
No laws
but
against.
If you want CCW, you got to go through the process.
But I'm okay with CCW.
It's also fucked up in Ohio. If you go for in Ohio, if you go for a medical marijuana card, you're automatically blacklisted from getting a CCW. And if you already have one, you have to turn it in.
I'm okay with the CCW process because you have to get trained to get the CCW. People tend to handle weapons properly if they've been trained, unlike Alec Baldwin.
Right.
Did you hear the interview? He said he cocked the hammer back, and then when the scene was over, he let the hammer go. That's why it fired. And when he said he didn't pull the trigger, that's probably true. But he didn't handle the gun properly.
What he didn't say, which I'm sure his attorney told him not to, is that he was more than likely squeezing the trigger and fanning the hammer. If he weren't squeezing the trigger, the hammer would have never come all the way forward on a single action revolver.
Unless he didn't pull it all the way back like it sounded like.
Well, he would either pull it back maybe 10% of the way and let it go and nothing would happen, or he would pull it back about 25% of the way and it would go into like a half-cocked mode where it can't hit the it can't strike the round. And then he could pull it back all the way and let it go. Well, let's see, all the way would cock it fully, but if he pulled it back 90% of the way, he could let it go and it would stop at the half-cocked position. It would not go forward past that. So the only way it could get past the half-cocked position is if he were squeezing the trigger while he was doing all this.
Would that be the same for a period gun of the movie?
Yes. Yeah, that would be a typical single action. The armorer said it was a replica. Well, no, not a replica. They said it was in good working order. That's what they said. There was nothing wrong with it. And if it were in good working order, then it would function just like I described. Also, people keep calling it a prop. It was not a prop. It was a fully functioning gun.
No.
It was simply being used as a prop because it was on set.
It's not a proper prop if it's able to fire.
Prop just means it's on set being used as a prop. So I could go buy an AK-47, fire 600 rounds at the range, take it on set, use it in a scene, it would become a prop. It would be a fully functioning, whether it functions or not, whether it fires bullets through the barrel or not, it can be a prop. Either way, you can have a non-firing weapon where the barrel is completely blocked off. You can't load a round into it, but otherwise it functions like a real gun. You know, the trigger pulls, the hammer moves, and that could be a prop just like a real functioning weapon could be a prop, right? So people are interchangeably using this word prop gun to mean non-functioning, but that's not the case. It was a fully functioning weapon.
It's kind of like they're interchangeably using the word assault rifle.
Yeah. Fabricated term, right?
If I use a shotgun to attack somebody, to assault somebody, that's now an assault rifle.
Yeah.
And I keep hearing them say that, oh, it's a military style gun. I said, military don't use those.
Well, no, this is the result of a misconception that's been going on since Vietnam, where people think that an AR-15, the AR, they think it stands for assault rifle. It does not.
Nope.
The AR designation means Armalite, the company that first manufactured the M16s and the AR-15s.
Yeah. The one I had in
Nothing to do
Germany,
with assault rifle.
the M16 I had in Germany, it said Colt. I mean, not Colt, Mattel.
Mattel?
Yep.
That's funny.
I said, I got a toy.
Mattel is the toy maker.
Yeah, mine was made by Mattel. Yeah, it feels like a toy.
But then again, the government will always go with the cheapest bidder when it comes to making their guns.
That is true.
So,
Oh.
AR-15s have been built for the Army and all the service branches by Armalite, Colt. They make them from FN out in Belgium.
The best one I had was the GAU. It's got a collapsible stock and a short barrel. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think Mattel. I think Mattel may have only made the grip or the furniture. I think that went back to like Vietnam or something.
Yeah,
it was on the lower receiver. Yeah. It said Mattel on the lower receiver.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Mattel, I can see them doing furniture because they're all into, injection molded plastic and shit.
That's true.
But if you look back at like World War II guns, like the M1 Garand, they were made by, like fucking washing machine companies and car companies. You can, find some that the barrels are stamped with like Frigidaire or something like, Chevy or Pontiac Motors and shit like that. Everybody was building them.
Gosh, getting tired. Took a NyQuil about an hour ago. I'm ready to hit the sack. Yep. I hope this cold is over by tomorrow. It's been going since last Wednesday. My turkey day didn't turn out so well. I was very hungry. It felt horrible.
Yeah, I'm feeling kind of tired myself.
Oh, hey, it's 20 after the hour. Fire in the fucking bowl.
Fire in the bowl.
It's 2021 here, not 420. Yeah, close enough.
It's 20 after.
Hey, good night, Uncle Barry. Have a good one.
You guys been on for 2 hours, 54 minutes.
And
good night. Sweet dreams, Huckleberry.
Colonel Shaw is in the house.
They wouldn't get Reagan. They wouldn't give us live bullets. I was on guard duty, carrying a full size M16 without the collapsible, with no rounds.
That sucks. I'd have brought my own.
The Army doesn't trust their soldiers to have live rounds.
Well, that's not the case anymore. At almost all military bases now, if you see a guard in uniform, he's carrying live ammo. Well,
when I went over to the Air Force,
all the attacks and everything that have been going on.
I was doing security. I had 30 rounds in the GAU and 30 rounds in a pouch. I was ready to light something up. Never got the chance.
I always kept a couple extra bullets in my cleaning kit in the handle and the butt.
We always had homeless people wander across the airport onto the base. On the airport side, there was no fence. Okay, I'm going to call it a night, guys.
All right. Have a good one, dude.
You too. Bye.
Now, I remember hearing a story from one of the dads in my Boy Scout troop years back who was in the Navy. He was a utility frogman.
Right.
Diver certified combat diver, but he was also a certified salvage diver. And he kind of worked in between, like with SEAL teams and like Navy engineering teams, like the original Seabees. And he was doing TDY duty with a submarine. I don't know if it was in Florida or Georgia. And he got, so he's technically part of the crew of the boat. And one night he drew guard duty on, the top of the boat at port. And he had just a 1911 45 caliber pistol on him. And he said that one night when he was doing this guard duty on the boat, he ended up emptying 2 magazines, one night in the middle of the dark. And, it raised hell all over the base and on the boat. And, officer of the deck comes running up, and, security comes running down the pier. And they're like, drop your weapon. What the fuck are you doing? And he's like, I was defending myself. And they're like, against what? And he's like, against this 20-foot alligator that crawled up on the boat and tried to eat my ass. He killed a fucking gator with his 45.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he crawled up the fucking boat and was like probably 10 feet away from him when he noticed it. Oh.
Wow, that's cool. Well, that's kind of crazy, but yeah, cool.
Yeah, crazy but cool.
You get in trouble for it, do you know?
No. The base commander cleared him. He's like, yeah, if you're 10 feet, away from a croc that big, your life's in danger. So you got
right.
Because he had nowhere to go, except run around the boat and try and get up the conning tower, which I assume he wasn't very close to, or jump in the water to swim away. And I'm not jumping in the water with a croc or an alligator that big around. Fuck that.
You're right. Right.
That's just like that case with that chick about 10 years ago over in Afghanistan who was in the shitter in a stall, sitting down, pants down around her ankles, doing her thing. And one of them big ass fucking camel spiders crawls into the stall, like right next to her feet. She pulled out her, her Beretta 9mm and fired like 4 or 5 shots and killed the damn thing. The whole base goes on, lockdown alert and everything. And they gave her, a reaming. They're like, you can't do that. It's like, I'm pants down on the crapper, and this camel spider that's about the size of my foot is trying to crawl up my leg. So I fucking shot and killed it. If you don't like it, do whatever. And they tried to fucking court-martial her.
Wow. Yeah. If I had a weapon, I'd be doing it. Yeah.
Yep. So what's the good word, Colonel? How are things on your side of the pond? Now, battery, I don't think you'd want to try and catch that spider. Those things are like mutants. They're mean and nasty.
They look like alien bugs.
Yeah. They're like a cross between a spider, a scorpion, and the face hugger thing from the Aliens movies.
Right? Freaky looking aliens, man.
Like if I saw one coming from like 50 feet away, I'd shoot my rifle at it. I don't want that shit anywhere near me. It's like all that fucking shit Jack has to deal with in Australia, the wildlife over there.
Oh, right. Oh, my God. Yeah.
I remember that time when he had one of them Eastern brown snakes in his fucking kitchen behind his stove, and he started shooting it with the shotgun.
Right. Right. Oh,
He's like, I'll be back in a minute, fellas. I gotta take care of something. You know, so
Pow,
boom,
pow.
boom. I think I got it. It crawled back into the wall.
Right. I was like, oh, my God. Yeah. He stopped using my bucket. I told him how to make my mouse trap, and he stopped using it because he said they'd stay in there and they scream.
Yeah.
I was like, he caught a bunch of them, and then turned around and they just kept screaming.
There was that big ass wicked fucking spider that was out in his workshop, living underneath like a stove or something.
Yeah.
It was like the size of a dinner plate. And that fucking lizard that he's got out in his backyard that eats like baby kangaroos and shit.
Yeah, it's a monitor. Yeah.
Yeah, related to a monitor. Yeah. It's like, dude, if I'm ever coming, I'd love to come visit you sometime, but you know, I'm going to be carrying a shotgun with me 24/7.
No shit. Yeah. That's funny as hell.
Well, here in Ohio, where I'm at, Ragged, we got 3 species of poisonous snakes and 2 species of poisonous spiders. We got rattlesnakes, we got copperheads, we got water moccasins, and then we got black widow spiders and brown recluse spiders. And on my property, I have both of those spiders. Hardly ever see the snakes.
Yeah, we're pretty much the same here. Here in the Ozarks, we're pretty much the same on the snakes and stuff.
The only thing that you would see around here would be a copperhead.
Right.
If you live on the lake shore, you might occasionally see a rattler. But the water moccasins are all down in the southern end of the state. But I got fucking black widow spiders and brown recluse spiders all over my property. They're in the barns, the garages, everything. You don't go picking up a piece of wood or something outside, you know, without looking on what's on the other side before you actually pick it up, because, you know, chances are pretty good that you're going to pick up a fucking black widow. They're everywhere.
Yeah, right. Or you pick one up and you don't look under the bark.
Yeah,
and they've crawled under the bark.
Like I was getting them in my garage last year, and so I ended up taking. I kept a torch, not a propane torch, but one of those MAP gas torches, and I'd have that on hand near the door that leads outside, because they were all stringing up their nests around the doorway and in the corners, and then I'd be torching them like 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah, at least they're pretty easy to find when you spot those little raggedy, nests.
Yeah, they're very distinctive. They almost look like cobwebs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What's up, Washburn? How you doing?
Welcome in.
It's time for Colonel's coffee and his smoke.
Oh, hell, I didn't even see that people are chatting over here under the comments tab.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's it.
There's too many chats I have open. I've got Twitch. What is this? StreamYard?
Yeah, StreamYard's got Twitch and both the YouTube channels. It propagates all the chat.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Bandwidth and memory, you can just close out your Twitch tab.
Well, no, if he wants to comment in the chat, he needs to keep his Twitch chat open.
Yeah, I've just been using Twitch.
Yeah.
You know, on the old Discord server, you had like a restream bot or a rechat bot or whatever it was called.
Right.
And I thought, well, maybe that would be interesting to push chat into Discord as well. But there's always, at some point, it just becomes too convoluted, and there's too many chats and too many things going on, and then something breaks. So maybe that's
Restream bot for us stopped working like close to 2 years ago.
Yeah, and then it would only didn't it only restream like one way? It would only stream chat one direction, not both ways, or something.
Right. It wouldn't do much. It had whatever that happened that it stopped working altogether, and it wouldn't move chat between. It'd move it from the channel to StreamYard, but it wouldn't propagate between the two. Yeah. Yeah,
exactly. Well, Discord, it's become very powerful. And I've got notifications set up. I've got one bot that notifies in the notifications channel when your Twitch goes live. And right now it's only sending notifications to somebody that has a role called game. It's like a purple role. And let's see, who'd I give it to? I gave it to Don T. Rump and Valentine White. Tanya I put in here too, just for the heck of it.
Right.
Tanya, because I don't know, she was on my Twitch list, so I stuck her in there in the notifications too, just to test it and see if it worked. I don't know when the last time she started streaming was. It's been a while.
Yeah, she hasn't streamed in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Anyway, all this stuff can be tweaked and changed pretty easy. It pretty much runs kind of automatically, or automagically, as I like to say. There's 5 news channels. I just threw in Gateway Pundit, InfoWars, Red Voice Media, Summit News, and Zero Hedge, just because I check those every so often. It's just an RSS feed bot.
Right.
But it's pretty powerful. You don't have to go to those websites. You can just open Discord, go to that channel, scroll through the different news of the day, just like going to their site and scrolling through their site, no different.
When I was on Discord quite a bit, I enjoyed the bots that you could put in different channels that would allow you to play music or feed it in any kind of audio stream.
Yeah, there's several. There used to be only 1 or 2 that could do that. There's a bunch now. There's one in there now, Me6, MEE6 bot. And I think you said you can't get into Discord right now, but if you go into any of the voice channels, I think there's 4 voice channels in that server. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you go into any of them, there's one I've got called streaming-listen only, as in this is for streaming bots. And then if you go into, like the bot commands channel, doesn't matter which channel you really go into to execute the command, but the pinned commands, I can pin them in the bot commands channel. So if you go in there and you type exclamation point play, and then like a URL for a stream, it'll start playing. MeBot will join the audio channel and start playing. And it'll make a queue, so you can queue up YouTube videos or audio. Matter of fact, if I queue up the YouTube live stream for this stream, it'll play the audio in that channel if somebody's in there. And as soon as the last person leaves, then the bot goes away because it's not playing to anybody.
Yeah.
So it's pretty powerful.
Cool.
I was trying to help out Don Bear as well. He can, I don't know, he seems to need like a central location that doesn't get, yanked out from underneath him, where folks can stay in touch and figure out where he's going to stream from next, which platform. And I figured, well, maybe he needs to have folks meet on a, third-party disinterested thing like Discord, because Discord's not going to kick him for streaming on Twitch or kick him for streaming on YouTube or wherever else. So if he gets kicked out of wherever he's trying to stream video from, well, then everybody can fall back on Discord and stay in touch, and he can come up with a new game plan, sort of thing.
Well, that's what this is. That's what this is basically doing. Because like with Aaron and Bear and us, the Tanya and Michelle, it's just that's what this is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right. So that's kind of what this is. This, and it'll be the community's gathered rally point.
Right. Exactly.
I think that was our first name for the channel too when we started it up. Was I think we called it Censor Wars Rally Point.
Yeah.
Back when we were still affiliated with Ben. We've tried DLive before. DLive sucks.
Is DLive like a competitor to StreamYard?
No, like Twitch.
It's like Twitch.
Oh, it is. Okay.
It's got some real hokey, intrusive social media aspects to it. They try to be all cutesy and have like in-server currency and all different kinds of bullshit. And and the quality of the stream was never that good there. And they also they banned our channel for like a few days because Jack was topless one day, and he's washboard skinny, so no man boobs or anything, but they just didn't like topless men.
I remember something like that. Yeah, that's right.
And pretty much after that, we gave up on it.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
He's like, it's a fucking 110 degrees out here, and you're gonna fucking shut us down because I'm not wearing a shirt. Fuck you. in a total Aussie accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss him.
What else? Yeah, there's lots of
Mixer too. Yeah, that one was crazy.
Mixer.
Yeah, it was another Twitch clone.
Who owns Twitch? Did they get bought by any bigger outfits yet?
I think they're owned by Google.
Oh, well, that wouldn't be surprising.
Maybe Microsoft. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big company that owns them.
It was either last year or part of early this year. Microsoft, I read, was looking at buying Discord. And I thought, well, that's great. Maybe they'll quit banning, conservative folks.
Owned by Amazon.
Amazon,
Which makes sense because, they have Twitch Prime and all that shit.
Oh, yeah, that does make sense. True, yeah. I wonder when they bought them.
They bought them.
Must have been a pretty penny.
Let me look it up here. I think Amazon's owned them since 2014.
Wow.
Yeah,
did not know that. I figured it was more recent. Man, long time.
Yeah, Colonel says, wait for Trump's platform. Well, we'll see. There's a ray of hope in that because what's his name just basically retired from the House of Representatives so he could become the
Nunes.
CEO. Yeah, Dennis
Yeah.
Nunes.
Yeah.
He retired so that he could be the CEO of the Trump platform.
Yeah, I think he said something like he's not giving up the fight. He's just fighting in a different way now.
Yeah.
Or from a different angle or whatever he said.
Unconventional warfare.
Mm-hmm.
Z-dimensional.
Yeah, the big tech folks are just gonna, the lefty big tech folks are just gonna, attack whatever platform he comes up with.
Yeah.
Just like they did everybody else. I think Kay was on here the other day, wasn't she?
Yeah.
I haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah. How's she doing?
Not on every night.
I didn't get to see. She came on as I was leaving.
Oh, she did. Okay. I clicked on one of the old videos and kind of zipped through it for a minute and couldn't really watch it, but I thought I saw her face on there.
Yeah. A couple days ago. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I know.
Hope she's doing all
Smouse
right.
was saying the other night that you talked to her and she's just going crazy dealing with all kinds of bullshit. So
Yeah.
I wonder if Aaron made it out to the pawn shop today. He's looking at buying some silver.
Buying some silver.
I don't know if he's back in the motel or not tonight or if he went back home.
He said he was going to stay a second night. So.
Oh, okay.
But I figured he'd be jumping on the screen with us tonight.
Yeah. Hey, Skull Razors in the house. What is up? Yeah, I'm hungry too, dude. I'm gonna make something to eat here in about 15 minutes. I think we'll call it top of the hour for tonight.
What time zone? Are you guys both in Central Time?
I'm in Eastern.
Okay.
He's in Central.
Yeah, I'm in Eastern as well.
I can never remember where you're from. Are you from Florida?
Well, I'll always be from Texas, even though I live in Georgia right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I live in Georgia for the foreseeable future, but I'll always be from Texas.
Wizard crapped out.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe his jetty ran out of gas. I don't know. Hey, Dave, what's up? Oh, that sucks, Colonel. He says all the greenhouses in Netherlands are empty here due to the gas prices. Yeah. Well, you know who's to blame for that? I bet you, Ragged Coin, that he brought the harmonica with him. I don't think he'd leave that there. Hey, but if you think Aaron's bad playing a harmonica, think about what two raccoons would sound like playing a harmonica. That would be even worse. Yeah, here in Northeast Ohio, I think the cheapest you can find is about $3.05 a gallon. And that's like at the Costco. Or the
Oh,
Sam's
now
Club.
you're gonna make me look it up here. Let's see.
See, I don't keep track of gas prices because I don't drive, so there's no point for me to do it. I fill up my gas cans, maybe 6 times a year for the lawnmowers and the outdoor equipment. That's it.
Yeah, I don't usually pay much attention to it. I always use my Kroger fuel points, and then I top everything off with gas cans. You can get up to 35 gallons. Most months I get like $1 off. So I fill up a couple of cars, and whatever's left goes into gas cans. Then I can top off cars later through the month.
Yeah.
Looks like it's about $2.89 all around me. Let's see if it's got the Kroger price. Yeah, $2.99.
Yeah, Kroger moved out of my area years ago. Too much competition. So you got to drive like a couple hours to find a Kroger.
Huh, that's wild that they would be driven out. Who's competing against him up there?
Giant Eagle.
Giant Eagle?
Yeah, they came out of Pennsylvania and kind of took over.
Hmm.
And then Myers rolled in recently, and yeah, that was that.
I gotcha.
But then again, the Costco's and the Sam's Club have been selling gas for years, and they've always beaten everybody. So
Yeah, I try to always get Sam's when I'm on the road or something. If there's one that I'm passing on the interstate, I always pull in there and tank up. Plus, it's good to get out of the car and walk around the store a little bit when you're on a road trip. Get your free drink refill and hit the bathroom and then head out.
yeah, I worked for Speedway gas stations for a long time. And as far as, regular gas stations, not any big box stores, we were the region's cheapest selling gas for years and years. At one point, I remember it made the local news in Cleveland because our gas station for like a whole day was the cheapest gas that you could buy in the country. And they made a big deal about it.
Was it a mistake?
No, it would just happen to be the price. Gas prices, a lot of people don't realize this. They're determined not on current market standings, because they're all based on futures. How futures shares go in the oil market determines the price 6 months in advance.
Right.
So it just happened to be that particular day in our particular location. They're like, cheapest gas in the nation's in this podunk little town west of Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a pretty good rewards program there for a while. They started it up probably around 2001, 2002. And you scan your card for any gas or, almost any kind of merchandise inside the store, and you earn your points. You were getting free tanks of gas, after like 2 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a really good program for a while. But then again, the whole company took a shit in 2008 when, the recession happened, and it's never been the same since. I won't go there anymore. I won't.
Oh, whoops.
Well, they got in over their head. They made a huge deal, probably about 8-9 years ago, where they bought out all the Hess stations along the East Coast, and that stretches from like Maine to Florida.
Yeah.
And so they picked up all the Hess stations, and then a few years later, I'm going to guess probably about 4 years ago, Speedway Hess got bought out by 7-Eleven, but no one knows
7-Eleven
about it.
bought Speedway?
Yes.
Wow.
All Speedways, there's like maybe 10 across the country that are independently owned, and they can call themselves wherever they want.
Right.
But for the majority, the rest of the country, every Speedway or Hess is now owned by 7-Eleven. But they don't market them as 7-Elevens. They're just owned by them. And
Right.
The way that they manage those stores nowadays, it's like it's Neanderthal thinking the way they do things. It's like I would never want to work in that kind of environment.
Right. Yeah, I was just looking at
They're not clean. I would not recommend eating anything from there that ain't coming in a sealed bag or something. Yeah, all their fast food and shit. Yeah, it's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, they need to clean things up a bit. I'm looking at a map of their expansions. I see what you were saying about the Hess stations all down the East Coast.
Yeah, in fact, when that whole deal happened, they were giving Speedway employees that were in management options to move out east to bring up those stores when they initially started switching over to the Speedway brand and work as like assistant managers or managers to transfer all the Hess ideology and all their advertising and their whole corporate structure, to Speedway standards. And for a while, I considered it. They were offering me to go out to the Boston area to be a night manager. But they weren't offering any housing. They gave you a stipend so that you could get an apartment, but
Right.
I'm not moving 5 states over unless you're gonna, give me an apartment for free.
They were
it was a temporary thing. It was only for 6 months.
Well, you were already working for them. They were just kind of offering to move you over there or help you get over there. I see. I guess they were that hard up for a good management, good manager.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was with Speedway for over 13 years.
Oh, wow.
I would have been the manager of my store if I drove. So, but I walked and biked to work.
I gotcha.
Yeah. If you want to be manager, you have to be able to go to the bank and everything.
Yeah.
So, whatever. No, I don't think Wizard's coming back. He must be out of gas for
I was going to say, we were talking about gasoline. His generator probably ran out of gas.
Yeah. He won't refill it this late. So,
yeah, exactly.
So,
does he usually talk from a laptop or from a cell phone? Probably a laptop.
This time of year, he's indoors, so he's almost always on his laptop.
I gotcha.
When it's warm out, he'll be outside on his phone.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I'm going to fire up my bowl one last time and then call it a night. Fire in the bowl.
Yeah, put that link up there. It's a non-expiring link, so throw it anywhere and everywhere you want to. When folks newly arrive to Discord, they get automatically assigned a newbie role. And all that means is that they can't post pictures and cannot embed links, just in case anybody wants to jump in and start spamming, crazy shit. It won't stop them from posting, but they just can't post pics or embed links. So you would have to manually, any admin or moderator would have to manually assign them a member role, and then you can take away the newbie role. But
I've never gotten into any kind of admin on Discord before. I've always just been a user.
I gotcha. Well, right now, mods can kick and they can delete posts and stuff like that. They can't ban. Admins can do everything mods can do, but they can also ban. They can't do any server administrative type stuff, and then super admins can do everything, including server administrative type stuff. And then the only account above super admin is just the owner account. I don't know. It's pretty simple. The other roles in there, like I said earlier, there's a game role and a Tanya role, and that just serves to that's going to be for a notification bot. I just need to tweak it a little bit. But anyway.
Yeah, I don't have any interest in being an admin. I don't have enough time.
Yeah, I hear you. I really.
And for me, I'd have to try it out on my new phone. I haven't put Discord on that yet, but Discord has always been kind of glitchy on my computer, my laptop. Granted, it's not a high-end laptop. It runs 8.1. It's about 8 years old. So if I use Discord, it's just like StreamYard. I can't have any other tabs running at the same time because it's so RAM intensive.
Yeah.
My internet ain't the greatest to begin with, so.
Yeah, of course, Discord has an app, for Windows. I don't know if that would cooperate any better on your laptop if you needed to run it for whatever reason at the same time.
Look into that.
Yeah, they've been doing better at making upgrades and tweaking it so that it doesn't crash. There he is.
What's up, Liz?
Hey, is this working?
It's working. Did you get it on your phone?
Yeah, it's on my phone. I haven't been able to get it working before, so it's always been a pain in the ass. But ran out of gas on the Jenny, and I didn't feel like refueling it, so I just came in to.
It's all good. We're about ready to call tonight here.
Yep.
2 a.m. my time.
Yeah. I'm feeling kind of tired anyway, so. But yeah. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us. Having a great evening. This is a good show tonight. Thanks for all the work in there and being an admin for us and showing the girls how to do that.
Yeah, no worries. All good. Piece of cake.
Rock on, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and drop down, and I don't have a whole lot of battery on my phone left either.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut her down right now. So
yep. Time to crash.
Good night, Carnivore. Good seeing you finally on chat.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll get a camera.
Right, there you go.
Yeah, everybody left in the chat: Skulldrazer, Washburn, Pizza Punk Rock, Colonel Shaw, Ragged Coin, and I think that's it.
Well, thank you all.
If any of the girls are still watching, good night. Godspeed. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Doing well.
Good night.